Basketball fans, good evening and welcome inside the Burns Arena. The pregame clock is expiring quickly. I'm Carrick Segmiller with my broadcast partner Mike Olson. We could probably safely call this one the biggest basketball game of the season, Mike, for the Dixie State Trailblazers coming into this game. 15-8 overall, 13-6 in the RMAC, riding a 10-game win streak. Tonight, they take on the Rangers of Regis. And this game is huge because Dixie State playing for the number 2 spot. Right now, Regis one game better than Dixie State at 14-5 in the RMAC. But Dixie State won in Denver. So if the Trailblazers can win tonight, they sweep the season series, they would move into a tie, but with the tiebreaker, they would really move into second place. So the Trailblazers and the Rangers get set to do battle inside the Burns Arena. Here's what's going to happen. We're going to toss to a 2-minute timeout. I actually am going to step off the microphone for a little while. Steve Johnson, the head SID, is making his way over from baseball, so I have to help with stats until Steve can get back here. So Mike's going to do everything, play-by-play, color commentary, you name it. He might go mop the floor a time or two. He's going to take care of all of it for you. When Steve is in the building, then I'll hop back on the mic with Mike Olson, the coach. So 2-minute timeout after the national anthem, and right back for the start of this one. 2-minute timeout and back on the Trailblazer Basketball Network.
Man, where's Carrick? The show's about to start.
Carrick Segmiller approaches his ball after a beautiful approach shot. This ball landed about 12, 13 feet away as he lines up the putt. He'll have this one for birdie.
Hey, have any of you guys seen Carrick?
I think he went that way.
Segmiller eyes his ball as he lines it up. Again, this putt for birdie will win the tournament. He steps to his ball. The putt's on its way. It's got the right speed. It's in! Carrick Segmiller for birdie to win the tournament as the crowd goes wild. He is celebrating. He is ecstatic.
Yeah. Carrick, we got shooter in like 5 minutes. Let's go.
Come on, man. I'm just playing some golf. Let's go.
Like John McCain and other people would just sit there quietly on the sides,
well,
and that many Republican activists would refrain from registering their disapproval in the peanut gallery?
Some might argue that Republican activist is an oxymoron.
Oh, I don't think so.
Okay.
I think there's a lot of activism.
Right.
But you see what I'm saying? If you just flip it right over on its head.
I would like to flip it on its head, and in fact, I'm already doing that because my own position is free speech is free speech. Okay, and I'm kind of advocating for something that I'm really not supporting in this respect, as far as protesting or not protesting and being able to recognize your audience. What we need on either side, I don't care where you're coming from, is the ability to recognize the audience.
Carrick Sagan with Mike Olson, at least for another few seconds. I'll step off the mic here in just a minute, but didn't get a chance before we went to break. Mike and our quick Camping World pregame show. Huge game for Dixie State tonight. I mean, every game of this 10-game win streak has been huge. It would get bigger and bigger. Now you're fighting for that opportunity to host an RMAC quarterfinal matchup and at least get up high enough that if you are to host an RMAC quarterfinal and win in the first round, if you're the number 2 spot, if the number 1 seed goes down, then you could feasibly host the rest of that weekend. That's why it's huge to try to get to number 2. Plus, you're playing the 7. You're in the 2-7 instead of in the 3-6 or the 4-5.
Yeah,
you want to avoid that 3-6 or the 4-5 matchups. So huge for Dixie State tonight against Regis.
There's a lot at stake tonight. No question that tonight's game is going to be big for both sides. A lot on the line, and expect a very good basketball game.
Carrick Sagan with Mike Olson with you again. Dixie State 15-8 overall, 13-6 in the RMAC, while Regis 17-8 overall, 14-5 in the RMAC. If you go back to January 19th, Dixie State knocking off the Rangers 77-74 in Denver. And that game, that win over Regis was just number 2 of this 10-game win streak. So that was when you could really see that, you know, Dixie State's starting to turn some things around, and they want to keep this win streak going. They want to get to number 11. It's going to be tough Let's have some Mountain American keys to the game. Mike, quickly before we start this thing, what are your keys tonight for a Trailblazer victory?
Well, number one, it's going to come down to rebounding, winning the war of the boards, WWOB. Both teams extremely good at rebounding. Dixie first in the conference in defensive rebounds, while Regis is second in the conference in offensive rebounds. So whoever's going to win that war of the boards and get those extra possessions is going to be key. Second, they've got to do the little things. Dixie has to communicate. They have to box out. They have to take care of ball. All of these little things will lead to big things later on in the game. Finally, it's the battle of the 18s. You've got two big scorers. You've got Matt Conway and Broadbeck for Regis, both averaging 18 points a game. That matchup is going to be key. Who's going to lead their team to a victory tonight will be a big key for Dixie State.
Let's give you some Lonnie Boys Barbecue starting lineups. First for the visiting Rangers. They will start Jared Broadbeck, Christian Little, Roberto Versalino. I'm going to say this one wrong all night long. We're going to do our best here. Tomas Oruskevicius. And that was the pronunciation I was given. I apologize if I'm saying that one wrong. The fifth starter, Ryan Beastie, will get the start tonight. Rangers led by Brady Bergeson. For the Trailblazers, they start Jack Pagankoff, Zach Frampton, Andre Wilson, Matt Conway, and Julian Decree. And now, ladies and gentlemen, Mike Olson making his play-by-play debut. I'm going to pass the mic over to Mike. I'm going to step off and do some stats. Hopefully Steve Johnson will get here quickly so that I can hop back on the headset and be able to call this game for you tonight. Good luck, Mike.
Thanks, Carrick. We got this. Dixie in their white uniforms with the red numbers. Regis coming in with their away blue with gold trim. It's big Julian Decree set to tip for the Trailblazers. Ball is up, and Dixie controls. Pagankoff at the top. Looks to set the offense. Dribbles right over to Wilson. Wilson off a screen from Decree. Penetrates, stop and pop. No good. Rebound Decree off the glass and good. Julian Decree cleaning up the offensive glass and scoring for Dixie State. Dixie, might I add, is undefeated when they score first. Regis, late hustle by Frampton. Frampton to Wilson. Wilson attacks on the fast break, blocked by Roberto Versalino. Fast break to Christian Little, blocked. Frampton outlet pass to Wilson is off his shoulder. Regis basketball. Quick pace here early on. It looks like Dixie coming out man-to-man. Regis looks to check offense. Little at the top. Little looks hand off to Broadbeck, the leading scorer. Broadbeck over to Beastie. Regis weaving at the top, patient, moving the ball around the perimeter. Back to Oruskevicius. Oruskevicius to Versalino, still at the top. Stop and pop by Broadbeck's jumper is good. Three-pointer by Broadbeck is good late in the shot clock. 3-2, early start, 18:40 to go. Conway to Wilson on the right side, back to Conway. Pull-up jumper is no good. Little with the rebound, looks to push. Regis quickly up to Oruskevicius. Oruskevicius to Beastie. Nothing there to Little. Little penetrates, kicks. Shot fake, pull up by Oruskevicius is blocked by big Julian Decree. Big Julian Decree closing out hard, getting the block shot. You can see it's a great shot fake. Pump didn't see Julian Decree for our TV viewers. Great block out of bounds. Little set to run the offense. Penetrates right, kicks to Broadbeck. Broadbeck pull-up jumper, no good. Got a foul on Dixie State. That'll be Julian Decree's first. Called for a push. That's Decree's first foul of the ball game. Oruskevicius looking to inbounds for Regis underneath. Out to Versalino, looking to get to Little. Kicked out of bounds, back to Regis. Regis tried to run that offense out of bounds underneath. It looked like it was kicked. Could have been a shot clock reset, didn't see it. Regis will inbounds. Oruskevicius. Another whistle underneath before the ball is inbounds. It looks like that foul will be charged to Dixie State's Andre Wilson. That's Andre's second team foul for Dixie State. Regis again with the ball underneath. Another whistle. That's the third whistle before the ball inbounds. Offensive foul charge to Regis. That's the first personal foul for Regis called on Christian Little. Pagankoff at the top. Looks to set up the offense for Dixie State. Goes to the left to Frampton. Frampton looks, checks, comes off a screen from Ducree. Trapped in the corner. Frampton nowhere to go. Finds Ducree at the top. Back to Frampton in the corner. Shots up. No good. Julian Ducree again with the follow. Second offensive rebound of the night for Julian Ducree. 2 points. 4-3 Dixie. 7:42 to go. Regis looks to set up the offense. Versalino penetrates, looking to get the ball to Little. Little back to Broadbeck. Broadbeck stops and pops again. Back to Versalino, off the glass and good. Regis inside for Versalino. 5-4. Back and forth. Pagankoff to the middle. Off balance shot, no good. Tip, no good by Ducree, and here comes Regis. Regis to Broadbeck. Broadbeck, stop. Looking to set up the offense. Versalino at the top, back to Ryan Beastie. Christian Little over to Broadbeck, who goes left, jump stop, nowhere to go. Back to the top for Versalino for three, and it's good. Another three by the big man, number 12, Roberto Versalino from the top of the key. 8-4 Regis. Frampton again, left, tries to get some offense, back to the top of the key. Julian Ducree, jumper from the free throw line, no good. Rebound Regis. Here comes Little to Broadbeck. Broadbeck pushes, looks in the corner. He's got, who was that? Ryan Beastie, no good. Pagankoff to Wilson, Wilson to Ducree. Ducree inside, another soft touch off the glass. Regis wanted the offensive foul. Not called. Versalino at the top. Big man shoots straight on three, is good again. Roberto Versalino, the 6'9", 225-pound junior, again connects at the top. Pagankoff works off the screen, stop and pop from the top, no good. Versalino with the rebound. Here comes Regis. Little, back to Beastie. Little looks to set things up at the top. Surveys the offense. High post catch. Versalino tipped away by Ducree. Regis 10 on the shot clock, looking to get the ball to Little. Back to Broadbeck at the top. Swings over. Good. Another three by Tomas Aruskevicius. Regis extremely hot from outside, connecting on one three-pointer after another. That's Regis 14, Dixie 6. 15:29 to go. Dixie calls a quick timeout, hoping to rebound real quick. We'll take a 30-second timeout and be right back.
There is a place where looking out means looking in, where an impression lasting only a few seconds will be imprinted on a life forever, where courage is forged and innocence rediscovered, where remembering is rewarding and forgetting unforgettable. There is a place where truth is felt and where seeing is believing. There is a place.
Radio Dixie 91.3. We don't play that. Nope, not that. A big fat no there. That's what we play. And stuff like that. On St. George's only alternative, Radio Dixie 91.3. Oh, and from 9 till midnight, we play this. I need a one dance. And this. Radio Dixie 91.3 FM.
Welcome back to Burns Arena. It's Regis with an early start, 14-6, 15:29 to go in the first half. Quick stat breakdown real quick. Regis shooting 4 for 5 from the three-point line. Roberto Versalino 1 for 1. Ryan Beastie 1 for 1. Jared Broadbeck 1 for 1. And Tomas Aruskevicius 1 for 2. That's been the difference early in the first half, is the outside shooting by Regis. Pagankoff looks to get Dixie State scoring going, looking Inside to Quincy Matthews, who checked in, along with Dub Price. Pagankoff calls a play, looking for a screen from Dub Price. Comes off, he's got Frampton in the corner, back to Dub Price, lost it. Here comes Regis. Quick off the glass shot right there by number 21, Tafatela, who checked in for Regis. Frampton quickly to Conway. Conway goes left, looking to Pagankoff. Pagankoff looks for a screen, tries to battle double team over to Frampton. Frampton to Price. Quincy Matthews blocked inside by Tone Rochak. Broadbent to Tafatea. Three-pointer is no good. Rebound Dixie. Here comes Pagankoff. Pagankoff goes right. No shot. Whistle. Foul will be on Regis. That'll be on Brian Dawson, number 0, his first. Wade Miller checks in for Frampton. Dixie looks to set up an out-of-bounds play. He'll be under, back to Wade Miller. Wade Miller over to Pagankoff. Pagankoff goes right. Tipped away and stolen by Regis. Tafatea with the shot. Broadbent quickly up the floor, back to Tafatea. Taffy-Taylor, sorry. Broadbeck looks for a screen, penetrates, stop and pop is up, and good. Jarrett Broadbeck with another shot. 18-6 Regis. Wade Miller's shot is off. Rebound by Regis, number 11, Tony Rochak. A whistle and a foul on Quincy Matthews. A few substitutions for Dixie State. Dayson Youngblood checks in for the first time tonight. On the floor currently, we've got Dayson Youngblood, Quincy Matthews, Dub Price, Julian Decree, and Wade Miller. Tony Rochak at the top, looking for Broadbeck. Broadbeck pump fakes. Corner over to Nelms. Nelms is up and out of bounds. Oh, it's foul. Foul is called on number 24, Avante Nelms. That's his first. Third team foul for the Rangers. Another whistle on the play. It looks like Quincy Matthews has some blood on his nose. Referee stopping play while Quincy Matthews finds something to effectively stick up his nose to prevent himself from bleeding. You can see on that for our TV viewers, Quincy goes up to get the rebound. And there's an elbow there by Tony Rochak that caught Quincy right square in the nose. Another sub for Regis. Little checks in for Taffy Taylor, who had some quality minutes for the Rangers. Stepped in right away and made a big impact on that game. Wade Miller inbounds to Dayson Youngblood. Youngblood coming off a screen from Dub Price. Keeps his dribble, gets to the basket, and it's up. It's no good, but Julian Ducree again cleans it up, this time with a two-hand dunk. Julian Ducree doing a great job cleaning up the glass. Another offensive rebound, this one a thunder dunk in Burns Arena. And that could be exactly the momentum that Dixie State is looking for. 18-8, 13-18 to go in the first. Julian Ducree for Dixie State stepping up the scoring. That is Julian's 8th point. He is the only Trailblazer to score. Up top for Regis is Brian Dawson. Dawson looking from a screen from Broadbeck. All the way to the basket. Challenges Julian Ducree. Julian Ducree swats it to a teammate, Dayson Youngblood, who pushes the ball for Dixie. Youngblood to Miller. Miller inside to Dub. Dub Price looks, fights a double team quickly to Youngblood. Miller, one dribble pull up and he's fouled. Foul be on Avante Nelms, number 24. That'll be Nelms' second. Fourth team foul of the Rangers, and that will send Wade Miller to the line for Dixie State. This will be the first free throws for the Trailblazers tonight. 18-8. Regis with an early lead, 12:50 to go. Miller's first shot is up and good. You can see Wade Miller for our TV viewers. One dribble pull up, foul. Miller waits for the second. It's a ball from the referee. Takes his time at the free throw line. Second shot is up and long, no good. Quincy fights for the rebound. Taken by Regis. Little brings it up for the Rangers. Little over to Dawson. Dawson back. Regis back to Broadbent. Tony Rochak drives and penetrates. Dawson's three is no good, controlled by Dixie, and here come the Trailblazers, looking to get something started here in the first half. Offensive foul called on Dayson Youngblood. He passed the ball, but once he let it go, Tony Rochak still had his feet set and was able to pick up the charge. Rangers inbound. Christian Little, junior point guard, gets it to the top to Roberto Versalino. Versalino looking for Little again. Backdoor cut. It's up. It's good. No good. Blocked by Julian Decree. Here comes Quincy Matthews on the break. Quincy keeps it. Stops. Goes up. And it's whistle and a offensive foul. Offensive foul called on Quincy Matthews. Quincy led the break. 2-foot jumper. Went up at the last second and pulled the offensive foul. That is Quincy's second, which checks out. On the floor for the Trailblazers now, Andre Wilson, Dub Price, Julian Decree, Zach Frampton, and Dayson Youngblood. Regis, controlled by Tomas Aruskevicius. Aruskevicius down to Rochak, tipped away, no good. Shot fake by Aruskevicius. Aruskevicius to Little. Little works on Youngblood. Shot fake in the key. It's up. No good. Battle for the rebound. Pulled by Andre Wilson. Andre quickly to Frampton. Frampton back to Wilson. Wilson to Price. Inside to Julian Decree. Julian Decree to a cutting Dub Price. Blocked. Regis controls. But can't touch. Looks like there's a loose ball. Broadbeck had it. He lost control and couldn't go back and get it. There's a loose ball. He's blocking off Dayson Youngblood, waiting for a teammate to come and get it. Eventually off of Regis. Back to Dixie. We got a first media timeout. We're going to kick that to Kylie Young on the sideline.
Miscommunication on both ends of the court has been tough for Dixie State here to start, and it took Regis on a 10-0 run. So Coach Judkins' message to his team was, you got to talk earlier. Not only talking, but you've got to listen to each other too on the floor.
Thanks, Kylie. We'll take a 30-second timeout.
Okay. See ya at halftime.
For over a century, Dixie State University has been shaping the Trailblazers of tomorrow by providing a culture of active learning, active life. With a paradigm of real-world experience mixed with cutting-edge technologies and rich traditions, we provide one of the most affordable educations in the West, set against the most stunning backdrop on the planet.
Dixie State Athletics would like to thank the Lobby Boys for their continued support and for catering the Directors Club tonight. Put something sour in your mouth at Lobby Boys.
Welcome back to Burns Arena. Mike Olson filling in for Carrick Sigmiller, who is the busiest man in the arena tonight. Doing his job as a sports information director, doing a great job with statistics. 18-9 for Regis. 11:20 in the first half. Dixie looks to inbound to Andre Wilson. Andre Wilson waiting for a screen from Decree. Pass is not there, controlled by Regis. Here comes Little. Little. Aruskevicius. Back to Roberto Versalino. His shot at the top is no good, controlled by Frampton. Here comes Frampton. Frampton, Dayson Youngblood off the handoff. Pull-up jumper is no good. Rebound Regis. Tony Rochak to Little, controlling for the Rangers. Quickly over to Ruskevicius, back to Little. Little, Tony Rochak drives, could be an offensive foul, no call. Roberto Versalino with the rebound, and he is fouled. Coach Judkins wanting a charge, doing his best to convince officials it was a charge. Not there. You can see Andre Wilson tried to get set, almost got there, picked up the block. That's the 6th team foul for Dixie. Substitution for the Rangers. 6'7" senior Ryan Beastie will check in for the Rangers. Broadbeck to inbound. Broadbeck to Beastie. Beastie back to Broadbeck. Deep three-pointer is no good. Rebound, Pagankoff. Pagankoff brings it up, looks to get inside the post. High-low pass from Ducree to Conway, and it's good. Great high-low look by Julian Ducree to Matt Conway. 18-11. Regis. Little to Beastie. Beastie back to Versalino. Versalino to Ruskevicius. Drives, leap and leaner is good. Floating jumper from Tomas Ruskevicius is good, giving Regis a 20-11 lead. Andre Wilson looks to get it to Ducree, stolen by Beastie. Beastie to Little. Little brings it up, looks for Broadbeck. Broadbeck to Ruskevicius. Ruskevicius back to Broadbeck, back to Beastie, who drives left-handed, dump down to Versalino, who is fouled. Fouls on Jack Pagankoff. That'll be Pagankoff's first, 7th team foul for Dixie State. Great ball movement by Regis. Moving the ball side to side. Great backdoor cut. Roberto Versalino on the line for 2 shots. First one is no good. Few substitutions for Dixie State. Cameron Chatwin checks in for Julian Ducree. And Wade Miller checking in for the Trailblazers. Roberto Versalino, second shot. Is no good. Rebound Conway. Pagankoff looks to set up for the Trailblazers. Hand off to Wade Miller. Conway hand off to Frampton. Frampton dribbles to the middle of the key. Stop, pull up jumper is good. Zach Frampton. Pull up jumper. That's Frampton's first bucket of the game. Dixie State 13, Regis 20. 9:20 to go in the first half. Dixie picking up a little bit of momentum. Frampton, nice stop and pop. Dixie State looking to get some momentum, get back into this game. 20-13 for Regis. Looks like we have a little bit of stoppage with the shot clock. Referees making sure that there is 28 set. The shot clock did not start. They'll set 28, and we're set to play. Dixie State into a full court press. Little back to Beastie. Beastie back to Little. Breaks the press with the dribble. Broadbeck looks, dribble handoff to Ruskevicius. Ruskevicius to Beastie. Beastie back to Ruskevicius. A lot of contact, stop, pull up by Ruskevicius is no good. Rebound Versalino, ball's loose. Frampton's got it. The rolling around jump ball goes to Regis. Zach Frampton doing a great job. The shot went up. Conway battled for it. There's a loose ball. You can see Zach Frampton. He catches. Wade Miller's got his hands up. Jump ball to Regis. Looking to inbounds is Ruskevicius. Back to Beastie. Goes all the way back to the backcourt. Beastie, pressured by Frampton, gets the ball to Little. Little checks the shot clock. Looking to set something up is Little. Off-ball movement by Regis. Shot to Ruskevicius. Ruskevicius back to Broadbeck. Deep three by Broadbeck is good. Jarrett Broadbeck with a deep three for Regis. Trailblazers looking to set something up. Frampton over to Wade Miller. Wade Miller over to Pagankoff. Pagankoff looks inside. Nothing there. Creates on the dribble to Wade Miller. Wade Miller shot fakes. 2 dribbles, trapped. Nice inside pass to Matt Conway, who scores and fouled. 2-1, Matt Conway. It's 4 points for Matt Conway, doing what he does best. It's a great dish by Wade Miller, who gets the ball to Conway, left-handed off the glass. 4th point for Matt Conway. Conway will go to the line for 1. 23-15. Regis with the lead, 8:10 to go. Conway waits, looks, shots up, and good. Matt Conway with the old-fashioned 3-point play, 2-1. Dixie with the press, pressures Little as he brings it up to Broadbeck. Broadbeck checks, deep 3 is not there, back to Little. Little at the top, the ball is kicked, and they will reset. That will take us to a media timeout. 23-16, Regis with the early first half lead, 7:58 to go. We'll take a quick 30-second break and be back.
Hey, I ordered a large veggie with garlic herb crust.
Veggie? I thought you were more of a meat eater's man.
Oh, I am, but now I can do both. Look, flavor patch.
How does that work? What happens when that's gone?
I've got Howie bread strapped to my legs.
Flavor fanatics love us because we make our dough fresh daily and have meal deals for any budget.
Hungry?
Howie's! Flavor fanatics welcome.
I am Mike Olson, filling in for Carrick Sigmiller. It's Regis early, 23-16 lead, 7:58 to go in the first half. Scoring breakdown for Dixie right now. Leading scorer on the floor, Matt Conway with 5. For Regis, Jarrett Broadbeck with 8 points a game. Averages 18 points a game. He's the leading scorer for the Rangers, and he has caught fire early in the first half. We're set to play. Regis inbound to Little. Little back to Beastie. Beastie inside to Versalunas, and he scores. Right off the glass is Tony Rochak. Excuse me. Pagan-Koff to Chatwin. Chatwin to Frampton. Frampton looks. Contact. No call. Back to Conway, who drives. Bowls his way in and traveled before he got the shot up. Matt Conway doing his best to get inside the lane. Good hard drive to the middle of the key. The help came. Looked to dump it to Chatwin. Not there. Contact, but travel before the foul. Regis inbounds to Brian Dawson. Dawson back to Little. Little sets things up for Regis. Gets the ball to Beastie. Beastie looks high-low, not there. Back to Broadbeck. Broadbeck, another deep 3 is no good. Rebound, Matt Conway. Pagan-Koff looks to push. Hits his trailer, Matt Conway, the top of the key. Deep 3 for Matt Conway is good. Matt Conway, deep 3, urging the crowd, urged for some energy. Regis back, and Tony Rochak is called for the travel. 25-19. Regis still maintains a 6-point lead. Dixie looking to get something going. Have not led since the opening bucket. Pagan-Koff, Wade Miller. Wade Miller looks, not there. Frampton at the top. Frampton fake handoff, drives, contact, no call, out of bounds, back to Dixie. Frampton with the fake handoff. He was there with his left hand, drove all the way, got the contact, no call. Ball out of bounds to Dixie. Pagan-Koff looking to inbound with 17 seconds on the shot clock. Pagan-Koff looks. Nothing there. Pass to Dub Price is picked off, and Dawson is in easy for the layup for Regis. 2 more points off a turnover takes us 27-19 Regis. Pagenkopf to Miller, wide open on the right wing, shots up, no good. Conway with the offensive rebound, stripped away by Little. Here comes Regis. Little with his left hand brings it up. Dawson checks, top of the key, no good. Wade Miller rebound. Miller to Pagenkopf. Pagenkopf brings it up. Conway at the top. Another deep 3 by Conway, short. Versalunas controls for Regis. Back to Dawson. Dawson to Aruskevicius. Aruskevicius to Beastie. Beastie drives with his right, cut off by Frampton. Back to Tony Roquette, stolen by Frampton. Frampton on the break, gets a 3-on-3, pulls up, goes back to the middle, dumps to Conway. Conway on the right, block is good. Great pass by Zach Frampton to Matt Conway, who converts. 27-21 Regis. Here come Dixie State. Beastie at the top. Looks to go one-on-one against Conway. To Dawson. Dawson checks the sidelines, gets a play from the coach. Back Dawson, over to Beastie. Beastie inside to Little. Little spins on the block. Post move is good by the point guard. Christian Little with his first bucket of the game. 29-21 Regis. Frampton, 3 on the left side, no good, way off. Matt Conway with the rebound, and he cleans it up for another 2. Matt Conway with 10 points. Here comes Regis. Dawson in the corner, drives baseline, and he is fouled by, could be Matt Conway. Matt Conway's making his argument, pleading with the ref, letting him know that should be an offensive foul. Nonetheless, foul is on Matt Conway. That's his first. They drive left. A lot of contact with the right arm by Dawson. Dawson's arm was high. Looks like the referees are going to take a look at that. There's contact to Conway's face. Referees here on the sideline wanting to take a look at that. Right now, 29-23 Regis. 6-point lead, 5:03 to go. Officials taking a look at this play. You can see a lot of contact by Dawson. Matt Conway being on the receiving end of that contact. It's with his off arm. It's not a basketball move. Referees take a quick look. They didn't look at it long. Wanted to see it one more time. 5:03 to go. Once again, Regis clinging on to a 6-point lead that has evaporated quickly. Matt Conway leading the charge for Dixie to get back into this ball game. 12 points. Frampton with 2 points. For Regis, scoring very balanced. You've got Dawson with 2. You've got Christian Little with 2. Versalino with 5. Aruskevicius with 5. And Beastie with 3. The officials meet at the top. They're huddled at the top, discussing whether or not this will be a common foul or a flagrant foul. If it is a foul, offensive foul, that will be Dawson's second for Dixie State. If the foul goes against Matt Conway, it will be his first. Tempo has been a big part of this game. Regis came out very early, shot the ball very well, but it's been Dixie State's transition offense that's got them back into this game. Dixie State pushing the ball, not allowing Regis to get to those offensive rebounds, pushing the ball, playing team basketball, looking for each other, unselfish, and chipped away into this game. Officials are still conferring, which to me would mean they're trying to decide what to do with either flagrant 1, intentional foul. If it was a common foul, it would be a pretty easy decision. It wouldn't take this much discussion. Nonetheless, you've got for the Trailblazers right now: Julian Decree, Dub Price, Dason Youngblood, Wade Miller, and Zach Frampton. For the Rangers, Brian Dawson, Ryan Beastie, Jarrett Broadbeck, Tomas Aruskevicius, and Roberto Versalino. The officials call both coaches together, meet at half court. for the explanation. I'm not very good at reading lips, but I did catch forearm to the face. Very long explanation here. I haven't seen this in a long time. A lot of explanation. Coach Judkins wanting clarification. Looks like they're going to try to figure out who is shooting and where. Coach Judkins still wanting clarification, but he does give him a thumbs up, so it could be good. Looks like Dixie will shoot a 1-and-1 first. Still have not received anything. Have not heard from the officials, but Brian Dawson is at the line for Regis. Crowd doesn't like it. The lane is cleared. Brian Dawson will shoot, looks like a 1-and-1 for Dawson. Shots up. First one is good. Lane still clear. Looks like, I'm going to guess, I haven't been able to hear, but this would be a double foul. Dawson connects on the second. So now Matt Conway should go shoot for Dixie State. Does look like Matt Conway walking double foul. Double foul right here. Should be Matt Conway will get 2 shots for Dixie State. 31-23, 5:03 to go in the first half. Conway's first shot is up and good. Matt Conway, very good from the free throw line, coming off of a career high last week, 34 points. Conway coming off a career high. Great weekend for Matt Conway, who was the RMAC Offensive Player of the Year, or Offensive Player of the Week, excuse me. Picked up his 14th point, connect on a second free throw. Conway takes a seat, Dub Price checks in. On the floor for the Trailblazers, Frampton, Youngblood, Miller, Dupree, and Dub Price. Possession arrow stays the same. More confusion. Riel Benier, the official for tonight's game, check in with the scores table. Dixie State looking to inbound and cut into this 6-point lead. They've been playing from behind most of the half. The lead, I believe, the largest lead for Regis was 12. Here come the Trailblazers. Dason Youngblood brings it up. Wade Miller and Frampton coming off screens. Goes to Miller. Miller looks for Decree. Not there. High post. Dub Price. High-low pass to Decree. Back to Miller. Miller looks. Back to Decree, who spins and called for a travel. Julian Decree trying to do a little bit too much on the post, and he's whistled for the travel. You can see Dupree facing up, spin. Too many steps for the big guy. Julian Decree having a good game. 8 points early for the Trailblazers. Christian Little back to Broadbeck. Another deep three for Broadbeck's not good, and team rebound goes back to Regis. Broadbeck is not afraid to shoot that deep shot. You've got to guard him as far out as he will go. Great outside shooter. Not afraid to pull the trigger from deep. This time not connecting for the Rangers. Regis looking to inbounds the ball. Back to Beastie. Back to Aruskevicius, who travels Dixie State ball. 31-25 Regis. 4:25 to go here in the first half. It's Dason Youngblood. Brings it up for the Trailblazers. Top to Frampton. Frampton over to Wade Miller. Wade Miller looks, there's a whistle. Foul called away from the ball. Looks like that foul's going to go against Jarrett Broadbeck. That's his first, which will send, looks like Zach Frampton to the line for Dixie State. 31-25. Opportunity for Frampton to cut this to a 4-point game, 2-possession game if he can connect on these free throws. 1-1 for Frampton. First one's up and good. Nothing but net for Zach Frampton. 6'3" guard. Does a great job keeping Dixie State in their stuff. Second shot up and connects on the second one. 4-point game. Regis holds a 31-27 lead. Little brings it up, looking to go quick, breaks the press, keeps it all the way to himself, blocked by Wade Miller. Back to Little, no good. And again, Roberto Versalino cleaning up the offensive glass. Wade Miller doing a very good job of contesting the shot. Versalino cleaned up the offensive rebound, and foul goes to Dub Price. Dub Price picks up his first, 31-27 to go, 4 minutes to go for Dixie State. We'll keep it here, talk through this media timeout. Welcome back to Burns Arena. This is Mike Olson. We've got a great ball game. Regis holds a 31-27 lead. Regis has led most of the ball game. Dixie scored first. Regis came back, and they have held the lead most of this first half. Quick stats, Julian Decree, 8 points for Dixie State. The leading scorer for Dixie State tonight right now is Matt Conway with 14. Julian Decree with 8 for Regis. Versalino has 5, and their leading scorer is Jarrett Broadbeck, the team's leading scorer with 18, scoring 8 points tonight. Roberto Versalino at the line for Regis. First shot is up and good. Versalino is 1 for 3 on the night from the free throw line. Dribbles, gathers himself, second one's up and good. 33-27 Regis. Dacian Youngblood brings it up for Dixie State, looks to get the ball to Wade Miller. Wade Miller to Dub Price, over to Zach Frampton. Frampton looks for Miller in the post. Miller makes a move, tries to pass cross court, blocked by Beastie. Turnover Dixie State, and here comes Regis. Broadbeck, another 3 deep is no good, short. Rebound, Beastie. Beastie's not controlled, picked up by Julian Decree to Dacian Youngblood. Dacian Youngblood races to Frampton, back to Wade Miller. Youngblood dribbles, floater is up and good. Dacian Youngblood, great move into the key, picks up his first bucket of the night. Little at the top for Regis. Looking to get the ball at the high post, chooses Beastie. Beastie cradles it, looking inside, trying to get the ball to Little. Sets a screen, Little off the screen, nothing. Back to Beastie. Dub Price nearly gets the turnover. Over to Aruskavicius. Aruskavicius back to Beastie. Beastie looks, 3's not there. Julian Decree pressures at the top. 2 on the shot clock, 1. Turnover, Zach Frampton. Coach Judkins wanting his team to run. Here comes Youngblood. Youngblood to Wade Miller, 3 is up, good! Wade Miller off the pass from Frampton, and it is a 1-point ball game in Burns Arena. 33-32. Beastie looks to penetrate, not there, trying to get the ball to Broadbeck. Broadbeck is held by Frampton. That's Frampton's second. 10th team foul. Broadbeck will shoot 2. Checking in for Dixie State is Matt Conway. And looks like Andre Miller set to check in as well. Jarrett Broadbeck has not shot a free throw tonight. Team's leading scorer. Looks for the first one. Up and good. Broadbeck makes it a 34-32 game. Andre Miller Andre Wilson checks in for Dixie State to join Dawson Youngblood, Wade Miller, Dupree, and Matt Conway. Second shot for Broadbeck is good. Dawson Youngblood again. Brings the ball up, looks for a double screen from Conway and Dupree. Nothing there, looking inside, over the pass, top to Dupree. Dupree against the double team, and he scores. Big man against the double team, scores his 10th point, 35-34 Regis. Beastie brings it up for Regis. Regis tried to get to Dawson. Dawson to Little. Little on the dribble, tries to get past Andre. Deep three by Beastie's no good. Controlled by Wade Miller. Stolen by Dawson. Back to Tony Rochak. Regis with 20 on the shot clock. Little tries to drive, and he's fouled. The foul will be on Andre Wilson. That's Andre's second. That will take Christian Little to the line for the Rangers. Jack Pagankoff set to check in. Little's first shot is up and good. You can see he beats Julian Dupree. Little throws up, it's blocked, but a foul before the block. For our TV viewers. Radio only, you're stuck with just listening to me and my first time doing play-by-play. Christian Little set to make this a three-point game. If he can convert on this second free throw. It's up and no good. Rebound, Matt Conway. Jack Pagankoff pushes for the Trailblazers. Stops, backs it up, looking to reset. Off to Youngblood. Youngblood off a screen from Dupree. Pull-up jumper is good. Dawson Youngblood, his 4th point of the night, ties the game 36-36 with a minute 30 to go. Here come the Rangers. Broadbeck penetrates. Shots up, no good. Rebound by Matt Conway. Dixie looking to take the lead before the half. Here comes Jack Pagankoff. Matt Conway trailer. He hit one there from earlier. Hits his second one. Big shot by Matt Conway. Trailing Dixie leads 39-36. Regis wants a timeout. What a run by Dixie State. Matt Conway picks up 17 first half points on a deep three. Jack Pagankoff finds the big man whose confidence is booming. That's the second three-pointer by Matt Conway. We'll keep it here, try to break this down. We've got a 30-second timeout. Dixie leads 39-36, 1:09 to go in the first half. Matt Conway, 17 points. Julian Dupree behind him with 10. We talked about the battle of the game. Could be between the two leading scorers. You've got Broadbeck for Regis, who's averaging 18, and you've got Matt Conway leading Dixie with 18 points a game. Tonight, Matt Conway at 17, Broadbeck at 10. Great first half. Dixie trailed most of the half, did a great job battling back, and here they are holding a 3-point lead with 1:09 to go. Here we see, for our TV viewers, Ryan Beastie led to Dawson Youngblood. Youngblood kicked it to Wade Miller. Big three-pointer. The three ball's been there for Dixie tonight. Little to Rochek. Beastie, deep three, and he answers. Regis connects on a three, tying at 39-39. 55 seconds to go. Pagankoff looks to Conway. Conway to Wade Miller. Wade Miller comes back. Met by a double team. Skips it over to Pagankoff in the far corner. Jumpers up and good! Jack Pagankoff with a three. Here comes Regis quickly. Ruskevicius stopped by Julian Dupree. 33 seconds to go in the first half. 20 on the shot. Broadbeck pulls up, deep three, no good. Rebound controlled by Beastie. Offensive rebound to Ruskevicius. Penetrates, no look pass inside to Beastie, and he scores. Tony Rochak, 16 seconds to go. Dixie with a 1-point lead, 42-41, 11 seconds. Pagankoff calls the play, looking for a double screen. Keeps it with his left. Back to Matt Conway at the top, and no good. Rebounds up, Wade Miller catches it, shoots, and no good at the buzzer. Wade Miller with the offensive putback. Could not convert. That's the end of the first half here at Burns Arena, where Dixie State holds a 42-41 first half lead. We'll kick it over to Kylie Young 4 with Coach Judkins. Kylie, it's all yours.
Coach, you go down by as many as 12, but you fight right back in it. What adjustments were made, and what did you like that you saw?
Well, our defense again was soft. We came out thinking that we could just show up and win. Once we started to play defense, and then we started pushing the ball up a little bit, we got some good shots. They're really doubling our posts, so we got to make that extra pass. Even that last play of the half, we could have made one more pass. We had a wide open shot. So we're going to talk about that. But I like the effort. We got back in the game. Now we just got to go finish it.
Matt and Julian combined for the first 20, like the first 25 points. What did you like that you were seeing from them, but what did you have to do to get other guys scoring as well?
Well, Julian was rebounding the ball offensively very well. That's what he's got to keep doing. Matt, we got to get Matt to do that. Nobody can stop Matt in the post, but he likes to go out and shoot threes. I don't mind that, but you can't live and die by the three. Go inside, and that's where Julian's doing a good job. So the other guys, Andre and Jack, are just trying to force stuff. They just got to let it come to them. But we'll adjust to halftime and be ready to go.
All right, thanks, Coach. Good luck.
Thanks, Kylie. Let's take a 3-minute break and be back.
From surgical suites to patient rooms to conference rooms. In scrubs, suits, or sneakers. With stethoscopes, computer code, or mops. We are all caregivers. Intermountain Healthcare. Healing for life.
Camping World is here to help you connect to adventure and explore the outdoors with friends and family. Offering new and pre-owned RVs to fit every budget and thousands of parts and accessories for any need. Camping World has it all. With over 130 supercenters nationwide, you're never far from America's #1 RV dealer. No matter where your adventures take you, whether you need an RV, parts, or service, Camping World is here to help you every step of the way. Visit Camping World in St. George or shop campingworld.com today.
There is a place where the sun doesn't hide in the winter, where the greens stay green and the crimson canyons still glow. There is a place where dimples determine destiny, and a tiny wooden tee holds the outcome in the balance. There is a place where we drive for show, putt for dough, and settle the score with another round. There is a place.
I'm Jimmy. This is my definition of fresh since 1983.
At Kneaders, we start simple, making bread from scratch with just a handful of ingredients. It's not the easy way, but it's worth it. Honest bread made without shortcuts. When you come to Kneaders, every loaf of bread, every sandwich starts here. Yes, it takes more time, but that's why we get an early start. Stop by today for dine-in, takeout, or drive-through.
Points in the paint compared to Regis's 12. Bench scoring's been big for Regis. They've got 10 points off the bench. Dixie's 8. But that comeback, Dixie down by 12. Break that down a little bit. Dixie got back into this game by pushing the ball in the three-point shooting. Matt Conway, 2 for 5, has been on fire from downtown. We're going to take a quick 1-minute break. We'll be back, wrap up this halftime show, and get back to our second half action. 1 minute break. We'll see you back in a minute.
Call it a path. Or a way through. It can be arrow straight or have twists and turns. It's life's financial journey, and Mountain America Credit Union is here to guide you every step of the way with timely advice and affordable products. This is your journey. Let's begin together. We're Mountain America, guiding you forward.
We have to be responsible ourselves for our minds.
True, right? But that's
We can't
that's the
palm it
issue.
off on being unwitting dupes and just say, oh, well, it doesn't count because I got played.
Well, we have some unwitting dupes, Jennifer.
We do, but you can't say because we got played by the Russians that we have to redo the election.
Arena where this game has not disappointed. We expected a heavyweight fight, and we are getting just that. Number 2 in the conference, the Regis Rangers, bring their game to Burns Arena, where Dixie State is looking to claim that number 2 spot and build some momentum going into the tournament. We talked about Regis 17-8, 14-5 in RMAC play, and Dixie winning 10 in a row, looking to make that 11 tonight. Dixie 15-8 overall, 13-6 in the RMAC. They are 8-3 at home, looking to gain some ground in this RMAC race at the end of the season. Dixie looking to host with a few wins their first round matchup in the RMAC tournament. These teams met back on January 19th at Regis in Regis Fieldhouse in Denver, Colorado, where Dixie State beat Regis 77-74. That game, Matt Conway, leading scorer with 24 points, looking to do the same tonight. Great game by Matt Conway, and keeping his team, he's doing what he needs to do as a leader of this team, keeping it competitive. Dixie holding a 42-41 lead. When you look at the RMAC standings, Regis number 2. And 1 second while I find my notes. Hang with me for 1 second. Colorado School of Mines undefeated in RMAC play, holding on to that number 1 seed. Dixie's combined statistics for the year, scoring 74 points per game, as compared to Regis's 86 points per game. Dixie looking to keep this game tight. If they can keep it under 70, they're usually pretty good if they can keep it under 70. It's when that game gets up into the 80s that they have trouble. Breaking down some scoring for Regis. 1 second. Let's take another quick 2-minute break. 2-minute break and come back to Burns Arena. 2-minute break. Thanks.
I'll take the road less traveled, run free, unwind, unravel someplace outside with lots to do. Green trees, red rocks, and don't forget that blue sky. The sunshine shining, sunshine pouring on me. Think I might just stay a while. Say hooray all day because the sun is gonna shine on me. Sun is gonna shine on me. Sun's gonna shine on me.
Radio Dixie 91.3. We don't play that. Nope, not that. A big fat no there. That's what we play. And stuff like that. On St. George's only alternative, Radio Dixie 91.3. Oh, and from 9 till midnight, we play this.
I need a one dance.
And this. Radio Dixie 91.3 FM.
Welcome back to Burns Arena. It's Mike Olson debuting. Carrick Segmiller sitting next to me is the sports information director. He should join me shortly. Got a minute and a half left to go. Both teams warming up. Looks like they'll be starting the same way. Most of the scoring has been taking place from the starters. Both sides doing a great job scoring. As I bring in my partner and mentor, Mr. Devin Dixon.
I don't know about mentor, but glad to partner up with you. I'm all warmed up, Ole. I just got done doing a game and looked at the score and said, I got time to get over to Dixie State for the second half. A good first half.
Awesome first half. Great first half. Dixie down as much as 12. Battled back with the 3 ball from the big man. You know, great job Wade Miller connecting. Matt Conway connecting on 2 deep threes to get Dixie back into this lead.
Yeah, I like it. Juddy probably pretty happy with the way they fought back. And Dixie State with that 1-point lead. I'm sure there was a lot of adjustments to make in the locker room, though. But these are 2 great teams. Two teams atop the RMAC conferences. A lot at stake. Not only the winning streak for Dixie, but obviously position in the 2 seed, winning the season series head-to-head. If Dixie could win this game, a lot riding on this. Everybody wants that 2 seed, and games are winding down. And I think Regis probably a little upset. They saw the South Central regional rankings that came out earlier this week, and Dixie State debuted at 8, and they weren't in them. And so they're coming in here to the Burns Arena pretty hungry, I got to imagine. And they played like in that first half.
They did. They came out on fire, led by their leading scorer, Jarrett Broadbeck, who didn't disappoint. I mean, he's a scorer, and he's doing what he does best. I really felt like the momentum changed with that double foul. There was a double foul called, which really stopped the momentum of the game. There was a lot of stoppage, bunch of free throws. The refs convened and talked and discussed a lot. Watching them discuss, I felt like they didn't know what to call. There was a disagreement, so it was a double foul, and that really changed the momentum.
Yeah, obviously not much you can do as a player. You just got to kind of go with what they call and move on. And yeah, it can be frustrating, though, sometimes when there's some uncertainty in that situation. But whole new half. Whole new half.
We're set to go.
Just saw Trevor Hill in the building.
Trevor Hill.
Just graduated last year.
Great to have him.
Daler Youngblood, who come to watch his little brother play. Dayson had a pretty good first half from what Daler was breaking down for me.
Yeah, great half. We're back at it. Jack Pagenkopf at the top for the Trailblazers. Looking for some screens, looking at the high post to Julian Decree. Julian Decree with his back to the basket looks, double teamed to Zach Frampton, shots up, and good! Dixie State starting right where they left off with a Zach Frampton 3.
Yeah, 4-12 in that first half, and now hit their first one in the second half. Frampton's a really good shooter. He's looked to shoot it more, I think, in the second half of the season than he did in the first half of the season, and his scoring has really been a nice welcomed addition.
So Dawson looks to drive, contact, and a foul. It's going to be on Wilson. That's Wilson's 3rd, I believe. Andre Wilson picking up his 3rd. Christian Little doing a very good job of drawing the foul, getting to the middle, getting a shot up, going to the free throw line. He's been on the night. He has not shot a free throw, so this will be his first attempt.
Don't look at the signs. Oh, might have saw those signs.
Student body doing a good job. You can see Little gets contact. Could have been on Julian Decree, but Andre picks up his 3rd.
Julian did a pretty good job moving with him. Wilson kind of shut the door. Take your pick, though.
Second shot's no good. Frampton with the rebound. Pagenkopf brings it up for Dixie State. Pagenkopf between his legs, get to the middle, looking for Decree. He's not there. Back up to Frampton. Frampton to Pagenkopf, sets up the offense. Pagenkopf looking for Wilson on the right side. Get screens. Back to Julian Decree. Back to Wilson. Back down to Decree. Left-handed hook is no good. Fights for the rebound. Pagenkopf gets it. Back out to Frampton. Sets it up. 27 on the shot clock. Dixie looking to run their offense.
A really good effort by Pagenkopf to go in there among the trees and get that board.
Wilson's shot's no good. Rebound. Versalino gets it to Little. Little sets it up for Regis. Over to I can't even say his name. Frampton brings it up for Dixie State. Aruskavicius.
Sounds good to me.
Wilson down to Decree. Decree works the right hand, spins back off the glass. No good, but he is fouled.
And that's an area Julian has got a lot better at this season. Not bowling his way down, just patiently. And then they try to take the charge there, sell it to the official. You don't get that call because he didn't throw that body in hard. And that's something that he's developed, is more patience in the blow block. I think that was a good example, and it earns the trip to the foul and almost got the N1.
That's right, close. Julian converts on the first one, first of two.
Take a look for our audience online. I mean, he doesn't extend the arm. He just lowers the shoulder. And, you know, as a defender, you feel that little contact. Not a bad idea to try to sell it to the officials, just didn't get the whistle.
Strong move by Julian. And he's established that post early on in this game. He carried Dixie early on from the post. Second one is good for Decree. Dixie back to their full court press. Wilson, Pagankoff, and Frampton. Little brings it up, breaks the press, sets up the offense. Looks like Dixie in his zone. Regis recognizes it, sets up an offense. Rochak goes inside, shots up, no good. Tipped out of bounds by Conway. No, tipped out of bounds by Beastie. Dixie ball.
Yeah, good couple opening sets defensively by the Trailblazers. Opening up a 6-point lead. Chance to build on that with this offensive possession. They're shooting pretty good in this game, Mike. I mean, not bad shooting. That's one thing that's gotten a lot better. The defense they've hung a hat on, but the offense has come alive in this 10-game winning streak.
That's right. Conway to Decree. Decree on the right block again, off the glass, no good. Tipped again, no good. Ball goes out of bounds, and Regis ball. Dixie bench all over it. Fingers are pointing at who touched it last. Nonetheless, referees give it to Regis. 17:36 to go, 47-41 Dixie. Little for Regis. Kicks it to Dawson. Dawson shot on the left side, no good, over the backboard, Dixie ball. Dixie regains possession. The shot by Dawson was up, looked good, he was wide open. Off the rim, over the backboard, gives Dixie State possession.
And they need Dawson to hit that three. He's now 0 for 3 on the night. He's a guy that comes in off the bench. They expect him to be kind of the microwave guy and hit a couple of those.
Pagankoff top, shots up, good.
He's fearless.
Pagankoff.
Nice triple there by Jack. You know, the point guard is such an extension of Coach Judkins, and Jack has gotten better and better and better. But he's a scoring point guard, kind of similar to like Money Mason Sawyer was and some of the other ones that have played for Coach Judkins. And I feel like Pagankoff's getting more and more comfortable in Juddy's system as that season is worn on. Just no fear, lines it up, like how he squared up, let it fly, and down it goes.
Yeah, great shot by Pagankoff. That's his shot. That's a high percentage shot for him. And Dixie riding this momentum. They did not skip a beat this second half. They went into halftime with a 1-point lead. Here with 17-7 to go, they've opened up a 9-point lead, 50-41.
Yeah, and how many times have we heard Coach Judkins talk about winning those 4-minute battles? You know that's firsthand, Oli. I mean, that's obviously something that Juddy's preached. And, you know, only 2:53 in his first 4-minute battle, but already a great start. 8-0 run for the Trailblazers. And it's not like Regis is getting a lot of bad looks, but they're just not getting anything to drop so far in half number 2.
And for a team that is second in the RMAC in offensive rebounding, Dixie's done a very good job of keeping them off the glass, limiting them to one shot and not allowing them, those big guys. You've got Roberto Versalino, who is a great offensive rebounder, keeping him off the glass.
Right now, rebounding Dixie State up 4 in that department. I talked to Juddy earlier in the week. He said rebounding is going to be a big key in this game. 27-23, so Dixie State plus 4 in that department. Something that in this 10-game winning streak has been a recurring trend has been the assists. Dixie State already 10 assists. That's a great number here with most of the second half to play. So they're playing unselfish basketball as well.
Largest lead for Dixie is 9. Largest lead for Regis in the game has been 12. Regis looks to inbounds, 26 seconds on the shot clock. Beastie inside to Versalunas, up and under, no good. Rebound, Andre Wilson. Wilson quickly to Frampton. Frampton regroups, slows things down, gets it to his counterpart in the backcourt, Pagankoff. Pagankoff, same spot last time, same result. Jack Pagankoff heating up second triple of the half.
Yeah, he's got 9 now and a lot of confidence on that shot. He wanted it. He's trying to kind of trailing that play in perfect position to let it fly, and he buried it.
Great shot. Regis looking to convert. Top to Roderick. Goes right, dishes it off. Offensive foul. Julian Ducree stepping up and taking the offensive foul for Dixie State.
Yeah, and that's something he's gotten better and better at. You know, I thought last year Julian didn't get as much minutes because defensively he wasn't given the best decisions and the most effort night in, night out. I think since he got inserted in the starting lineup about the same time as this 10-game win streak started, it's because he's really done a better job progressing as a defender, and that's why Juddy's been rewarding him. And he's playing with a whole new sense of purpose and confidence now.
Pagenkopf hands off to Wilson. Wilson looking to get Ducree. Ducree on the right block, blocked by Versalino. Here come the Rangers. Rangers to Broadbeck. Deep 3 on the right side, no good. Rebound, Conway. Conway to Pagenkopf. Pagenkopf gets it up quick. This time he keeps it, dishes it to Julian Ducree, who converts the offensive foul. Great look by Pagenkopf. Julian Ducree not quite ready for it and picks up the offensive foul.
Yeah, that's a tough one there. It looked like they were gonna. It looked like Julian was maybe having a dunk attempt there. Jack penetrating and making things happen, but still a good start to the second half. 4 minutes in.
We'll take a 60-second timeout. First media timeout of the second half. We'll take a 60-second timeout.
There is a place where rocks bleed and nature blushes on a battlefield green with envy, where dimples determine destiny and a tiny wooden T holds the outcome in the balance. There is a place where friends are opponents and opponents are friends, where the prize is elusive, the conquest is captivating, and the score isn't settled till the drinks are down. There is a place.
Okay, we are inviting you to join us for Talking Point Live.
Coming to you, not necessarily live, but tape delayed on the Community Education Channel at 9:30, 12:30, and 4:30 daily, from what I understand. But you can also pick it up on our Facebook page at facebook.com/talkingpointlive.
And respond to us, right?
Please,
on
let
Facebook.
us know, because it's important to understand not only how our conversation is going, but maybe how is it affecting you at home as well. All right, Eric Young,
Jennifer Kohler.
Talking Point Live, we'll see you.
Second half. What a half by Dixie. First half, it was Matt Conway connecting on back-to-back triples. Second half, Jack Pagenkopf, back-to-back triples to extend the lead to 12 for Dixie State.
Yeah, and you like the line for Pagenkopf right now. 9 points, 3 of 5, including 3 of 4 from downtown. So, but 4 rebounds, 3 assists. But the shot has been there. Kind of makes up for some of those early turnovers Jack had.
Yeah. The first time Avante Nelms checks in for the second half for the Rangers.
And the Rangers need a bucket, Mike.
Yes, they do. Little can't convert. Julian Ducree rips it away. Back to Pagenkopf. Pagenkopf pushes. Stops. Waits for Conway. Conway catches it on the right block. Back to the basket to Ducree. Mid-range jumper's not there. He drives. Up and under. Good. Julian Ducree off the dribble with the scoop shot.
Lately, he's been showing us that face-up game off the bounce and adding to his repertoire, and that rebound that led to that was like a squirrel saying, that's my nut. I'm going to go the other way with it. I mean, great at both ends there for Julian Ducree. Look at the Euro step.
Yeah, big man picking up the Euro.
We just got to find points, Mike. I mean, approaching 5 minutes scoreless here in the second half. Whatever your best play is, you draw it up right here and hope the guys can execute it.
Broadbeck to Nelms. Nelms back to Little. Little off the screen, not there. It looks like contact by Pagenkopf. Ref's going to get him with the body.
Yeah, Jack didn't like it there. The contact, usually going to go against the defender. Jack's kind of hedging through that screen. He does impede him with the left hand early, and I think that's why they blew the whistle.
Pagenkopf's third. Little keeps it with his left. Goes by Julian Ducree, blocks it off the glass. They're going to get him for goaltending.
That was really close. Look at that again. Julian slides a little late to get down, but recovers nicely, but it does hit the glass first. Clearly goaltending on that replay. Great shot from our CEC TV crew.
Comes Andre Wilson. Wilson sets it up with Pagenkopf. Dribble handoff to Matt Conway. Conway doesn't want the screen from DeCree, takes it this time. Pagenkopf to Wilson. Wilson drives, contacts, up and good. Andre Wilson with the drive.
That good first bucket of the night for Andre, much needed. He's been kind of dinged up a little bit lately.
Yeah.
Good to see. Looked fine, looked injury-free on that move. Great touch to finish off the glass.
Dawson penetrates, blocked out of bounds by Wilson.
They stayed with the play. Wilson did, kept trailing it. Wilson tugging his jersey. Juddy's going to give him a sub. But, you know, when he brought that ball down to kind of wrap around the reverse, able to deflect it out of bounds. Take a look here. Wilson, well, actually was up high. He got the block late. But the help defense was there. And that's what allowed Wilson to trail it and block it.
Dub Price and
Quincy
Matthews in for Dixie State. Inbound top to Nelms. To Little. Little with the crossover, left to right, up and unders, no good. Jack Pagenkopf. Here come the Trailblazers. Fast break to Quincy. Quincy up, contact, no call. A lot of contact on that one, no call.
I like what Q did there. Didn't put it on the bounce, though. That way he had the angle.
Shots up and good by Broadbeck.
And they need Broadbeck to hit some of those to kind of get back in. He's now 3 of 8 from downtown, 4-11 in the night, and he's 13 points, leading Regis in that scoring department.
Frampton, Conway at the top. Conway keeps it on the dribble, loses control, gets it back. A lot of contact, stepped out of bounds. Regis ball. Oh, call. Offensive foul on Conway. Called the offensive foul, got him with the push-off.
Take a look. He kind of lost the handle of the ball, and then I'm not sure exactly where I see the offensive foul, but it was called.
It's his third. Broadbeck misses. Here comes Pagenkopf with another rebound. Pagenkopf keeps it, dumps it to Dub Price. Dub Price off the glass and good.
And that's because Jack pushed. I mean, that wasn't initially a fast break, but he turned it into a fast break opportunity with him pushing so hard up into the front court. And then just nice dump to Dub.
Dawson, deep three, air ball, not there. Zach Frampton tried to get the rebound off, or Pagenkopf. That was Jack Pagenkopf. Couldn't rebound the air ball, out of bound Regis ball.
Yeah, I mean, they're shooting just 18% Rangers in the second half, just 2 of 11. And, you know, you score 41 first half points, and right now you're almost 7 minutes in the second half. They got 5 points to show for it. I'll be wondering who put the lid on that into the basket.
Slow start for Regis. Definitely a different half than they had the first half. Trouble to inbounds. Ball's tipped. Nelms controls it at the top for Regis. Over to Dawson. Verskalus in the corner for 3, and it is good. Tomas Aruskevicius connects on a 3.
Nice.
His 8th point of the night.
Nice extra pass to get Aruskevicius open, and good form, man. Really confident stroke from downtown.
Julian DeCree at the top. Quincy Matthews on the right side, left side. His right hand dumps it into the post. Pagenkopf, 10 on the shot clock. Pagenkopf trapped in the corner, throws up a shot at the end.
And official from the outside on the far side of the court
call it
granted a timeout to Coach Judkins.
It's a great call by Coach Judkins. Recognized that his point guard was in trouble in the corner. Shot clock down to 6. Called a big timeout to regain possession.
Well, and I don't think Juddy called that. I think he told Julian DeCree,
yes, that's right,
who was the closest player to him, to call that timeout. And a good one. I mean, hey, it's still only a 10-point game. There's still a long way to go. Every possession counts. And by calling it now, you've got 6 seconds, so you've got plenty of opportunity to set up ball screen, maybe 2, get a pass, maybe 2, and try to find somebody to get an open look here. They'd love to go right down the low block to Julian DeCree if they can.
Well, with 6 seconds on the shot clock, their options are going to be limited. I think you're right, Devin. They're going to look to get it into DeCree. Possibly try to get it. Conway's in, right? No, Conway's out.
Yeah, he's got the fouls. He got that personal foul. So, but you got good size with Quincy, Dub, and Julian on the floor.
59-49. 12:41 to go here in the second half.
This is where Coach Judkins really prides himself. Can guys execute 6 seconds late in the season? Let's see what they do here. That wasn't what Juddy wanted.
Yeah, Coach Judkins wanted the pass to his chest. That time Frampton tried to throw it over the top. Out of bounds, Regis ball.
Doesn't matter how great a play you draw up. If you throw the pass out of bounds,
that's right.
Not much you can do. I think Frampton maybe thought he was going to spin and go more to the heart of the baseline.
Dawson, dribble drive to Tafatea. Aruskavicius looks to score. Back to Tafatea. Taffy-Taylor. Aruskavicius drives again. Blocked by Julian Decree to Quincy Matthews. Quincy Matthews gets it to Frampton. Frampton keeps it going. Keeps it to himself, and he scores.
Juddy enjoying that one. Wanted the and one. You know, good job. It looked like Q was going to pull it out, and then all of a sudden he finds his trailing Frampton, and nobody stopped ball. He was challenged at the rim, but good job to finish away from any would-be shot block attempt, and then you get a deflection to now reset the defense. And that was a good 7:50 of second half play for Jack Pagankoff. He gets a much needed quick breather.
Absolutely. Regis looking to inbound Ruskavicius. Tony Rochak back to Ruskavicius on the right wing, looking to get it inside of the post. Rochak spins, shots up, and good. Converts on the 2 and 1. Tony Rochak going to the line for one.
A really nice little drop step, kind of in turn to a baby hook almost there. Take the contact, and then get the friendly bounce to keep it within 10.
Timeout. 61-51 for Dixie. 12 minutes to go. We'll take a 60-second timeout and be right back.
You're killing it.
It's time for the flex cam. Who's those two guys? Let's see what you got.
They're on camera, so they're bailing, man. It's Trevor Hill and Daniel Youngblood. I was talking to him for a few minutes before joining you at the half, and Trev had a little stint in Lithuania, but got a great job offer to come back to stay in Utah. Said he hasn't picked up the ball in months, and Daler sounded like he'd been wrecking, but he said he went to dunk the other day and ended up having to finger roll lay it in. I'm like, you guys just graduated last year. Come on now.
Tony Rochak misses his free throw. It's Dale Youngblood setting up the offense for Dixie State. Dayson Youngblood, sorry.
Yeah, 3 years apart. Dayson, the younger brother, Daler. Daler had a good career here.
Frampton skipped to Dub Price. Dub Price from the left corner. Good! Dub Price getting in the triple action. His 5th point of the night.
And Dub loved that spot. He caught it, rhythm, shot it with confidence.
Little shots no good. Rebounds by Tony Rochak, who scores and is fouled again. Second 2 and 1 the second half for Tony Rochak. Foul goes to, who'd they call that one on? Looks like they got Frampton with the reach in. 2 and 1. That sends Tony Rochak to the line, shooting 1.
Yeah. And those signs, a deterrent. Regis having trouble with, maybe, and the players probably wouldn't admit to that, but I don't know anybody else in the RMAC. I haven't been to all the other venues, but I don't know anybody that's got the signs out like the Dixie State student body section. They've been doing that for years.
Shots no good. Dixie returns, tries to get it down to Frampton. Frampton to Dub Price. Price to Youngblood. Drift corner pass to Frampton's up, and it's good. Zach Frampton with the corner 3 ball. Dixie State converting from the 3-point line.
Everything going right. He's now got 12 points, and that's the third Trailblazer into double figures in this game. He joins Conway with 17. Julian's got 14, and Julian's got a big monster block right there.
Julian Decree saying, don't forget about me. You guys can hit threes, but I'm going to block shots. Great block shot by Julian Decree. Julian Decree getting beat, recovers, and swats it out of bounds. Beastie to Little. Little to Rochick. Rochick can't convert. Quincy Matthews with the rebound. Quickly to Youngblood. Here comes Trailblazers.
Blazers fortunate.
Matthews shot on the right side. Mid-range jumper's no good. Little for Regis, brings it up, keeps it himself. Behind the back dribble. Kicks it to Beastie, the top of the key for three, no good. Dub Price gets it for Dixie State. Quickly to Youngblood. Coach Judkins wanting his team to run. 14-point lead is not big enough. Wants to see his team continue to run and push the ball. He creates the top to Youngblood. Youngblood waits, gets Frampton at the top. His three is up and good!
Oh, big.
Zach Frampton.
Back-to-back trips where Frampton's got great look at the three. How about now 3 of 5 from downtown, 5 of 8 on the night, 15 points in 25 minutes played. Frampton's having a nice night.
Dixie State shooting 52% from the three-point line as Julian Decree picks up his second foul, once again on Tony Rocha.
Well, it's interesting, in this 10-game winning streak for the Trailblazers, they have not shot, they've almost shot 100 less threes coming into tonight in the last 10 games than their opponents. Yet their three-point shooting is better. Their points to the paint advantage has been huge. They've been getting to the free throw line, although Regis has done a nice job of getting to the free throw line in this one. They've been there 15 times now. Dixie State's only been to the free throw line 9 times.
Tony Rocha converts on his first one. Gets the ball from the officials for a second. Dixie up 70-54, 9:49 to go in the second. Second shot is good. Good minutes for Tony Rocha, who leaves with 10 points.
Yeah, he's the only guy that was really trying to get that offensive rebound, giving the team some good post-up looks, aggressive moves down the low block.
Dub Price for Dixie State at the top, gives him a few pump fakes. Almost turns it over. Dawson almost picks it off. Out of bounds, Dixie State ball. Dub Price catching at the top, saying, everybody else has been hitting these threes. I want a shot. Gave him a few pump fakes. You've got to respect it as hot as Dixie State has been.
Yeah, I mean, Matt's 2 for 5, Zach's 3 for 5, Pagenkopf's 3 for 4, Bubba's 1 for 3, Dub's 1 for 1. And as a team, 10 of 19 are the Trailblazers, 52%. You love that if you're Coach John Judkins, Mr. 6-time.
Wade Miller looking to inbound the ball. It's Quincy Matthews in the corner. Quincy's got little one-on-one to top to Dub Price. Price to Youngblood. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Inside to Quincy Matthews. Back to Youngblood, who misses.
Yeah, right decision there. Q felt the double team, got it to Dawson, but just too strong on that field goal attempt.
Little keeps it, drives, no good. Youngblood with the rebound.
And that's a good-looking laying attempt. It looked like the last second, though, he thought it might get blocked, so he kind of moved it over to the side and then just couldn't find the soft touch.
Dub Price looks to beat him off the dribble. Pull-up jumper off the glass is no good. Conway with the rebound. His shot is blocked. Out of bounds, and we have a foul. Foul will be charged to number 12, Roberto Versalino. That's his third. It'll send Matt Conway to the line for 2.
Yeah, and really with this clock stopped, a chance to build on this lead. I don't know what Juddy said at halftime, but whatever he said, he fired his guys up. They have been the aggressor and look like the team that wants it more. Not much. It's not like a lack of effort from Regis, but there's certainly a lack of production. Struggling in the second half. Just 5 for 20 from the field, Mike, in the second half, shooting the basketball for the Rangers.
Conway was perfect from the free throw line, misses on his second. Nelms with the rebound for Regis. Dixie State, 71-55 lead, 8:49 to go in the second half. Nelms to Dawson. Dawson looks at Dixie's defense, sets something up to Nelms in the corner, tries to get by Wade Miller. Wade Miller gets him with a hand check. That'll be Wade Miller's first foul of the night. And that will send Dawson to the line for a couple of free throws. Dawson on the night is 2 for 2 from the, oh, it's Nelms. We got Nelms on the line. Nelms has yet to score. Go to the line for his first free throw attempts in the ballgame.
Yeah, and I think right now they're just looking, and Nelms hasn't played a lot of minutes, just 6 minutes tonight, but you know, right now you're trying to find anybody that can come in and provide a spark.
First shot for Nelms is good. 71-56. Dixie with the lead. They've really opened it up the second half. This game was a different story the first half. Dixie doing a much better job the second half as Nelms misses his second. Here comes Youngblood, run the point guard for Dixie State tonight. Hand off to Wade Miller. Wade Miller to Quincy. His dribble hand off to Dub Price. Dub off the screen to the middle, down to Conway. Conway spins, foul. Matt Conway will go to free throw line again, where he is 4 for 5 on the night.
And once Matt usually gets it into the block, he goes to that quick move. You know, either the drop step, the spin move. Not often he's patient or waits and kicks back out. Usually he's trying to use his speed because he's a pretty quick forward. And that's exactly what he did right there. And then obviously he forces you to reach in and then you get to the line. But see, watch, he kind of sets and then goes right to the drop step. Tough call there. Looked like clean on that second hand strip.
Conway, who averages 18 points a game, missed his first. Looking for his 19th point of the night and gets it. Matt Conway, 17 first half points. Picked up to the second half. He's our leading scorer tonight with 19.
And he's been the leading scorer all season long. Coming off Pac West Offensive Player of the Week award, where he averaged 28 in 2 games on the road last week. He's been playing phenomenal.
Tony Rochick doing his work again, finding his way to the free throw line, catches it inside, and is fouled. That will be on Quincy Matthews. He'll pick up his third. 3 Trailblazers with 3 fouls on the floor right now. Matt Conway's got 3. Dub Price has 3, and Quincy Matthews picks up his third as Tony Rochick converts on the first of 2.
Yeah, good looking stroke from the free throw line. You know, he's 6'8", you know, so good size, but just being really aggressive in the low block. I mean, he's kind of stood out for Regis in the second half, although split the pairs, the second free throw, no good.
Another Matt Conway rebound. Youngblood, dribble handoff to Wade Miller. Quincy quickly to Dub. Dub looks to drive. Not there, looks inside, decides to pull up jumper. Good. 18-foot jumper there by Dub Price at the top is good. That's Dub's 7th point of the night.
Yeah, great rhythm, nice patient, got a high percentage shot. And Rosick again answering at the other end. Just good position and powers his way to lay it softly off the glass, trying to keep Regis in this thing.
13 for Rosick. Dub Price on the right wing. Quickly to Quincy. Quincy over to Youngblood. Looks inside to Dub. Dub spins baseline. Bounce pass to Quincy. Quincy turns it over. Nelms is fouled. Quincy being a little bit sloppy on that pass, and Nelms takes it from him. Looks like the foul's going to go against Youngblood. That'll be his 2nd.
Yeah, I thought Q, once he got that pass kind of right in the middle of the key, could have had a look there.
To kick it over to Kylie Young for a sideline report.
Coach Judkins really happy with the tempo that's being picked up in transition offense. Anytime there's a defensive rebound, he's always mentioning to his team, push it, keep going. And really, without rebounding Regis 19-11, they're able to control the pace the way they would like it.
60-second break. We'll be right back.
Where do you find the titans of classical music in St. George? Classical music on Radio St. George, 100.3 FM. Where do you find the legends of jazz? Evenings on Radio St. George, 100.3 FM.
Dixie's up 74-59, 7:19 to go. Avante Nelms converts on the first of his 2 free throws. Avante, 6'5" senior guard from Colorado Springs, Arcadia High School. Transfer from Phoenix College, converts on the second. Great minutes by Dayson Youngblood, who checks out. Jack Pagankoff returns and does what he does best.
You know, a lot of great minutes for a lot of guys here in the second half. Juddy's went with this second wave of players, and they've been able to hold and maintain this lead.
Pagankoff, too many steps, turns it over for Dixie State. 74-51. You see he comes down, tries to convert, tries that little Euro step, drags his pivot foot, and goes the other way. Taffy Tea checks in for the Rangers. To Broadbeck. Broadbeck to Beastie. Beastie can shoot it from there. He gets it to Ruskevicius. Back to Taffy Tea. He lets it go. Air ball. Right into the hands of Frampton, who brings it up center court for the Trailblazers. Stop and pop from the free throw line is no good. Tip to Matt Conway. Underneath off the glass, good. Matt Conway picks up his 21st point off of an offensive rebound.
Yeah, really good muscle move, you know, going through any would-be shot attempt or foul. Really strong putback there for Matt. And kind of when he caught it, was not in a great position with the body. He had to kind of square up as he was left into the air.
Taffy Tea spins on Pagankoff, shots up, no good. Quincy Matthews grabs the rebound quickly to his point guard, Jack Pagankoff. Coach Judson signals the play. Point guard mirrors the signal. Pagankoff to Dub Price. Dixie State looking to run a motion offense, try to burn some time. 15 on the shot clock. Frampton at the top, over to Conway. Down in Pagankoff, Dub Price. Frampton from the left wing, shots up, no good. Conway fights for the rebound, no good. Crowd by Beastie. Taffy Tea brings it up for Regis.
You know, with that miss, though, Mike, Dixie State still shooting 50% from the field in the second half.
Tony Rochik again going baseline with the left hand.
Yeah, and that's going to get Julian Decree off the bench. Juddy went right down, grabbed Julian. He's got a little more size down in the block defensively with Juju back in.
Tony Rochik's 15-point. He's their leading scorer. Frampton uses the screen from Conway. Conway at the top. Uses his dribble to get to the key. Jump pass to Dub Price in the left corner for 3, and it's good. Dub Price from Matt Conway.
Yeah, Conway, unselfish play. Got a better shot for Dub, and Dub in rhythm. Shooting it well in this game. How about Dub? 4 for 6, including 2 of 2 from downtown.
Broadbeck shots no good. Offensive rebound to Ruskevicius. He looks for Broadbeck again, their leading scorer, who has been held to 13 points tonight. Down to Tony Rochik again with the left hand underneath. Tony Rochik carving Dixie State up from inside. That's his 17th point, 79-65. Devin, let's keep it here. Talk about this little run. It's a 14-point game. Dixie State 79-65.
Well, and it's all Rochik for Regis, but you see Conway getting a nice look. Dub, perfect 2 of 2. Both his threes coming in the second half. Dub now the 4th Dixie State Trailblazer in double figures. Dub's got 10. Julian Decree's got 14. Conway leads the way with 21. Frampton's got 15. Pagankoff's a point away. He's got 9. And that's what makes Dixie State so tough, especially in this 10-game win streak. Looking for number 11 tonight is a bunch of different guys that finally elevated their game, and it makes it hard. They don't have that one true superstar that can go for 40 a game. They got a balanced team that play within a system, and when everybody's doing their assignments like Juddy wants them to and executing, and they're shooting 50% in a game like this at home, tough to beat them, but not out of the woods yet. This last 4:47, I expect Regis to really bring the energy, because right now Dixie State kind of throwing that first punch and then just keep jabbing and jabbing and jabbing, and Regis has got to make a little 6-0 run or 8-0 run or something to get this back within reach.
Right, Devin, and when you look at Dixie State, they are tough to beat. They are 12-1 when they shoot a higher field goal percentage than their opponent. Right now, Dixie's shooting 50%, as you mentioned, holding Regis to a 35% field goal percentage. Yeah. A lot of that has come from Rochik, and they've been down low, high percentage shots.
Yeah, Regis on the flip side, just 35% from the field and 8 of 25, 32% from downtown.
Pagenkopf at the top. Got a little one-on-one to Frampton. Frampton looks for Decree. Pagenkopf back again at the top. Looking for Wilson off the screen from Decree. Goes inside. The bounce pass is pushed out of bounds by Rochik. It'll be Dixie's ball out of bounds underneath the basket. 11 seconds on the shot clock. 4:27 to go in the game. Dixie up 79-65. Pagenkopf. Lob pass to Matt Conway. Conway spins, tries to go with his left, move to his right. He's fouled. He will shoot 2. It's a foul on 30. That'll be Beastie's first foul.
And it's passes like that that explain everything as to why Juddy has his point guard inbounding that pass. Not as much height, but the finesse. I mean, he put that high over the top, right to where only Conway could catch it and then go up and draw the foul.
Conway's first is good. 22 on the night for Conway, playing with 3 fouls. Great one-armed rebound. Did a great job of getting it, maintaining his balance, his composure, and attacking the basket with that offensive rebound.
You know, a tough call. Looked like Beastie got some ball, but 8 or 9 times out of 10, when you swat down, even if you get ball, you get that whistle blown on you.
Conway's second is good. Lead is 16 for Dixie, largest lead of the game. Tony Rochik spins on Julian Decree, and again, he's fouled. Julian Decree will pick up his second, and that'll send Tony Rochik to the line again.
It looked like you're playing behind Rochik a little bit there. You might want to try to front a little bit or do something a little different, because once he gets the catch, he's just looking to go quickly and score or earn a trip to foul line.
Rochik 17 points tonight. 3 of them have come from the free throw line. His first one is no good.
It's almost like they flipped the switch. Regis is saying, okay, we're not hitting a high percentage from downtown. Let's go down low. That time he started face up and then made a nice spin move. Tough call against Julian Decree, but there's been a number of tough calls in this game both ways.
Second shot for Rochik is good. That's 18. Lead is 81-66 Dixie. 4:15 to go in the second half. Regis, full court press, trying to push Dixie State into a turnover. Frampton trapped in the corner, spins, pivots, gets a timeout. Coach Judkins not happy with the ball movement in the press. He's got a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here. Timeout was called by Zach Frampton. Dixie 81-66, largest lead of the night.
Yeah, and I think the mistake there, Frampton probably had a bounce pass to Conway quickly. Then once he stopped and terminated the dribble, that trap was pounced on him and had no choice but to take the timeout. Right now, Dixie State is owning the glass mag. Remember we were talking about that earlier in the first half? Dixie State had a +4 differential. They pushed that up to +9. 43-34, rebounding edge clearly with Dixie State. Points in the paint pretty even tonight, 26-24 for the Trailblazers. Second chance points. Regis actually, one of the categories, they've got a slim lead in it, up 15-11 in that category. But really, you don't have to look too much further than the shooting, the field goal percentage. Regis is 35% and Dixie still 50.9% from the field. And when you shoot 50%, man, it's tough to beat you, especially in your home building.
We talked pregame about how important rebounds are going to be. Dixie State, the #1 defensive rebounding team in the RMAC. Regis, the #2 offensive rebounding team in the RMAC. Dixie holds a 44-33 advantage on the rebounds. Rebounding has been critical for Dixie.
And they're both still playing their strengths. Regis actually 14 offensive rebounds. Dixie State only has 11, but Dixie State 33 defensive rebounds to just 19 for the Rangers.
Big second half for Dixie. 81 points with 4:06 to go. Question is, can we hit the century mark?
Yeah, and it was early. It was Jack, and then it was Dub that kind of took over. And now Matt Conway, Julian Decree, and everybody else is kind of chipping back in. But there's been some great little streaks for a couple of certain players. And again, 4 different Trailblazers in double figures tonight.
Could be the first time Dixie hits the 100 mark this season. Frampton.
That would be an exclamation point on this.
Be a statement game for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Andre Wilson looks for the drive, goes right, ball's blocked. Dawson grabs it for Regis, and he's off to the running. Pushes the ball, the little pass is too far. Back to Wilson. Pagenkopf goes right, and he's fouled by Brian Dawson.
Yeah, probably not a bad foul there. I think if Jack turns and he's got 2 to different teammates, Conway, Decree, that were kind of just hard cutting to the basket in transition. That lead pass just too far out in front for the Rangers, and leads to a foul on the defensive end.
It's only the 16th foul for Regis, so Zach Frampton will inbounds to Pagankoff. 3:46 to go. Conway on the wing. Looks inside, not there. Back top to Wilson. Wilson outside to Julian Decree. Back to Frampton at the top. Shot fake. Drive, not there. Step back, not there either. Conway goes to work down low, and he's fouled.
Called jump ball.
Oh, jump ball.
Conway doesn't believe it. Well, the defensive effort is there for Regis the last couple trips. And still they look up, they're down 15 right now. You know, when do you start trying to get the inside game first? And if it's not there, Dixie State decides to double team, kick out for maybe some good looks at threes. Time is of the essence for the Rangers.
Yeah, they're running out of time with 3:27 to go. Dixie 81-66 lead. Broadbeck, their leading scorer, answers with a triple from the side. That's Broadbeck's 16th point. Most of them come from the three-point line.
Yeah, 4-10 from downtown. Still live for the Rangers. That was a big bucket.
Pagankoff controls for Dixie.
Yeah, they don't want to shoot too early in the shot clock. They want to really try to make them expend a lot of energy and then either foul or get a good look as they get tired. And that time they foul out top. And the clock was down to 13, so late foul there. Was he trying to foul him there, or just got a little greedy going for the poke away?
I think it's the type of foul that he's okay if he gets, but he wants to get that poke away and lead to a bucket. They'll send Jack Pagankoff to the line for 1-and-1. Coach Judkins clearing the lane.
Jack's got 9 tonight, so can become the 5th Trailblazer in double figures on this trip to the stripe.
Coach Judkins urging his team. He wants 3 stops. Pagankoff's first is good. Now, anytime you see the bigs on the other end of the floor shooting a free throw, you could expect possible press by Dixie State.
And Julian Decree's now got 6 blocks in this game.
He's moving up quick. That's close to being a game high.
Yeah, well, it's 1 away, Carrick telling me, from the all-time single game high that is 7.
Nelm shot fake, not there. Looks to Ruskevicius in the corner. His dribble, skip pass. Broadbeck step back, jumper is good. Broadbeck heating up a little bit with his 18th point. He averages 18, and that gets his average.
Yeah, and once you hit that 3, now you go to the mid-range game. That was a little step back Bobby Jack. That was a nice move by Broadbeck.
Dixie State looking to use some time here with 2:32 to go, 15 on the shot clock.
That's an important possession, though, because all of a sudden they've cut it down to 12. Uh-oh, offensive foul. Wilson got caught moving, I think.
Foul will be on Andre Wilson. That will be his 4th.
Yeah, Wilson on a weave out top just kind of leans into the defender. Regis player sold it pretty well, but he wasn't completely set. And there's an emphasis on that, and now a foul at the other end.
Looks like that's Andre's 5th. It's like Andre got tangled up with a screen there. Somehow they got tangled up, and Andre picks up number 5. Andre Wilson will foul out of tonight's game. Great minutes for Andre. He stepped in, and right away you can see right here, he tried to fight through the screen by Tony Rochik. It's a big screen, and he's called. So look at Andre's stat line for the night. 1 for 5 from the field, 0 for 1 from the three-point line, 2 rebounds, 1 steal, 1 block, and 5 fouls.
More importantly, though, the clock stops and the Rangers get a chance to inch a little bit closer here. Lead down to 11. Quincy Matthews come in to replace Wilson, so Q going to get some valuable minutes down the stretch.
Tony Rosick goes 1 for 2 from the line. 83-72, 2 minutes and 10 to play in this one.
Got to handle that press, and the Blazers do.
Frampton to Quincy. Little game of keep away. They find Julian. Julian gets lucky, almost travels, but finds a way to score. That's Julian Decree's 16th.
Yeah, pretty little pump fake as he was making that move. And then a little quick flip shot to avoid the travel with a little English.
Broadbeck with the step back three-pointers, no good. Off the top of the backboard, Quincy Matthews with the rebound. Frampton slows things down a little bit. Regis showing press, trying to convert on some kind, get Dixie to convert some kind of turnover. Frampton is fouled by Dawson. He'll go to the line 4-2.
Blazers can smell 11 now, 11 in a row. Remember last year, Mike, they had 17 straight in their final season in the Pac West. And you and I were here early January after a loss here at home, and Coach Judkins, I don't know if I've ever seen him so frustrated. And since that point in time, this team has just all of a sudden just started to click and gain confidence and find ways to win. And this is a huge win. I mean, they'll now move into a tie for second place, but they'll own the tiebreaker in the RMAC Conference with Regis. They haven't won it yet, but closing in, just a minute 20 on the clock.
Frampton can't convert. Regis got the ball, looking to score with 1:17 to go. Looks like an off-the-ball foul will be on Quincy Matthews, I believe. That'll be Quincy's fourth. Coach Judkins not liking what he sees here from his team. Minute 17 to go, getting a little bit sloppy. Some fouls that
don't want to stop the clock. You know, just barely into their shot clock. Barely started. You're off ball, and right there, Quincy just a little bit too aggressive, and I couldn't see exactly how he picked it up. It was kind of down in the corner, but Juddy's like, okay, enough of that. Let's talk things over. Let's make sure we close this game out. We've worked so hard to get to a 13-point lead. Let's not let them back in it with some mistakes down the stretch.
This is a statement game for Dixie State. You know, coming into this, there's a lot of people in the RMAC that are probably watching this score right now, and Dixie has done a great job to build this lead.
And this is the defending conference champs. This is a Rangers team. I mean, I didn't get to see a lot of their games. In fact, I haven't seen any of their games from last year, but got some players that are back from that team that played so well last year, and a lot of pride. And all of a sudden, though, they've kind of went the other way. They've had trouble picking up wins down the stretch, and Dixie State's just been the hotter team. Nobody hotter in the RMAC Conference than Colorado School of Mines, though. Still undefeated. They've locked up that 1 seed in the RMAC Conference tournament. Dixie State, though, with this win and only 2 games remaining, really close to sealing at least a home game in the conference tournament. Of course, they play Colorado Christian tomorrow. If you look at the broadcast schedule, we'll have that game for you right here on CEC TV. We'll also have it locally on 97.7 ESPN tomorrow night. And then next Friday night, in-state rival game with Westminster to wrap up the regular season. And then that following Tuesday is that first round home site RMAC Conference tournament game.
Now with minute 17 to go, team up by 13. Coach Judkins has not let up the gas at all. He is coaching his team to the end. Roberto Versalino can't convert on the first one. 6'9" forward from Torino, Italy. Played Division I ball at Northern Colorado. Transfer to Regis.
And only 15 of 27, 55%. Regis is now even worse as he misses the second. And every time the Regis Rangers miss from the foul line, the curtain of distraction over there, the students go crazy over it, man. They're taking full credit.
And they should. Great response tonight. Tonight, Alzheimer's Awareness Night. A lot of people dressed in purple to help fight Alzheimer's. Great crowd here, Burns Arena. Matt Conway looking for his 24th and 25th point of the night. He's fouled and will go to the free throw line. Conway grabbed the rebound, was immediately fouled by Regis. Conway looking to hit the first one.
Julian all smiles as he came off the court. I don't know what he said to assistant coach Casey Winters and Jeremiah Barnes, but he got a smile out of both of them. And he's all smiles.
Yeah, he's
really efficient night for Julian. 7-11, 6 blocks, 5 boards, 16 points in 26 minutes of game time.
Good minutes. You know, early in the game, it was all Julian Decree. You know, he had a huge dunk at the first, huge blocks. He really kept Dixie in it early. And Conway converts.
Regis just throws the inbound pass away. I think Nelms thought he was going to break out. He came to him, and the ball just took 3 bounces towards the Dixie State bench, and that'll about sew this one up for the Trailblazers. Up 15 now with possession. It would take a big miracle for Regis to find a way to win this game.
Bakenkopf to Frampton. Frampton chewing up some time. looking to get the ball back to Pagenkopf. Couldn't get it to Pagenkopf before he's fouled. Broadbeck fouls Frampton. That'll be Broadbeck's 4th. Send Zach Frampton to the line for 2 more free throws.
You know, Coach Judkins, I talked to him earlier on my show, and he said, you know, when we went to Regis, it was one of our best performances of the year. We felt really good about going to their place, winning. I think it was 76-73, and they'll be coming for us. And they have, but Dixie State has just matched them stride for stride, and really the one thing is glaring in the statistics is just how well Dixie State's shooting it. And Regis, you know, just 36%. Dixie State's all the way up to 51% from the floor right now.
Frampton 2 for 3 tonight. Can't convert on either of his 2 free throws. Regis will bring it down, look to score. 22 seconds on the shot clock. They almost pull up. Jumper no good. Frampton with the rebound. He'll hold. Get it across the timeline with 55 seconds to go. Dixie with an 87-72 score. The crowd encouraging Regis to warm up their bus.
Big win for the Trailblazers, Mike. This was the one. You know, you get those 2 last week out on the road. You got 3 here at home, but this was the one that had their full attention. Not because it was just the next one, because of where they were in the standings. A foul out top, going against Broadbeck.
Well, you love to see this kind of effort. You know, the week that the regional rankings come out, Dixie finds himself, as we see Frampton getting fouled twice there. One from the reach around, one in front of him. But when the regional rankings come out and you find yourself in the 8th spot, it's important you come out and defend that. And Dixie's done a great job of showing that they belong in those regional rankings.
Yeah, I mean, Dixie State is now had enough longevity in Division II, and they've been a year in, year out. They've been in the NCAA Division II tournament. Hasn't always made the deepest runs like Juddy would like to see. They've had some early exits, but maybe this year can be different. They're certainly peaking at the right time.
Frampton hits his second. That's 17 for him. Regis can't convert. We've got another whistle. We just can't end this one. Jack Pagenkopf foul. That'll be 2 shots for, I'll give you one guess, who's shooting free throws for Regis. Tony Rochek.
I've been impressed with him, Mike. He's the one guy that's really stood out. I mean, you knew about Broadbeck, and he's had 18 tonight, but Rosick with 20, and he's been the one that's put him on their back in the second half. If it wouldn't have been for his offense, this could have been even worse of a loss for Regis in the score column.
Shot clock's off. 18 to go. We'll count it down all the way to 0. What a huge win for the Dixie State Trailblazers tonight. Upsetting the number 2 team in the conference, Regis Rangers, 89-73. Great win for Dixie State Trailblazers. As the buzzer sounds, Coach Judkins shakes hands, and the Trailblazers win big. They will move to 18-8 on the year, 15-5 in the RMAC, and will await their fate to see what happens with the regional rankings, what happens with the RMAC rankings, but no doubt a statement win for the Dixie State Trailblazers.
Got 5 players in double figures, 25 for Matt Conway. Think he was satisfied with his player of the week in the conference this last weekend? Nope. Just continues to play really efficient basketball, but, you know, gosh, what a balanced scoring lineup behind him. Frampton had 17, Julian had 16, Jack had 11, Dub off the bench with 10 really, really hard-earned points in this one. Let's send it over to Kylie Young, who's with Coach Judkins.
Time, how you were going to get your other scores going. You ended with 5 players in double figures. What was key to getting your offense moving?
Well, we started to share the ball. They, like I said the first half, they started to double down or double team our post. And we said, if we can get it out of there and move it, you're going to get open shots. Make that extra pass. And we started doing that. Frampton hit a couple big ones. Jack hit a couple big ones. Dub hit a couple. And then our defense was better. The last little bit wasn't as good, but I thought we played good defense. We rebounded. When we do that, we feel we can beat anybody. But I loved how we were sharing the ball second half.
You guys started the second half on a 13-0 run. What did you tell your guys at halftime, not only to come out and make adjustments to make, but the energy was different?
Well, I can't tell you. If I tell you, I got to kill you. No, we just made some adjustments. You know, they were doing a different thing in ball screens that we weren't used to, so we changed up some stuff. But I said, hey, if we come out these first 4 minutes and play as hard as we can, these guys might quit. You never know. Just play hard. I thought they kind of put their heads down a little bit when we went on that 10-0 run. Everybody makes runs, and that was our run. We're lucky they didn't make their run right after that. But I was happy with the effort tonight.
11 straight. Are you guys talking about the streak?
No, we're just going to keep taking one at a time. Tomorrow, this game was big, okay? But this game means nothing if we don't come out tomorrow and beat that team. We have to play good tomorrow, or this doesn't mean make anything. So we took care of it. Now we got to take care of our next game. Saturdays are our toughest games. I don't know why, but for some reason we don't come ready to play. So we're going to really focus on that. We're not worried about the 11 in a row. We're just taking one at a time. We got two left, and that's what we're going to focus on.
All right, congrats, Coach. Thank you.
Thanks, Kylie. We're going to take a 2-minute break. I'm going to eat 2 more Skittles, and we will break this one down.
Man, where's Carrick? The show's about to start.
Carrick Segmiller approaches his ball after a beautiful approach shot. This ball landed about 12, 13 feet away as he lines up the putt. He'll have this one for birdie.
Hey, have any of you guys seen Carrick?
I think he went that way.
Segmiller eyes his ball as he lines it up. Again, this putt for birdie will win the tournament. He steps to his ball. The putt's on its way. It's got the right speed. It's in! Carrick Segmiller for birdie to win the tournament as the crowd goes wild. He is celebrating. He is ecstatic.
Oh, Carrick, we got shorter in like 5 minutes. Let's go.
Come on, man. I'm just playing some golf.
Come on, let's go.
Like John McCain and other people would just sit there quietly on the sides,
Well,
and
no,
that many Republican activists would refrain from registering their disapproval in the peanut gallery?
Some might argue that Republican activist is an oxymoron.
Oh, I don't think so.
Okay.
I think there's a lot of activism.
Right.
But
We
you
just
see
didn't
what
see
I'm
it.
saying? If you just flip it right over on its head.
I would like to flip it on its head, and in fact, I'm already doing that because my own position is free speech is free speech, okay? And I'm kind of advocating for something that I'm really not supporting in this respect, as far as protesting or not protesting and being able to recognize your audience. What we need on either side, I don't care where you're coming from, is the ability to recognize the audience.
Second leading scorer tonight, Jared Broadbeck with 18. He averages 18, came in and got his average. Most of them came from the three-point line, shooting 4 for 11, 2 for 2 from the free throw line. Third leading scorer for the night was Tomas Aruskevicius. Glad that he was the third leading scorer, so we could say his name one more time. Tomas Aruskevicius scoring 8 points, no rebounds on 2 for 4 from the three-point line. Regis Rangers shooting 35.8% from the field, 32% from the three-point line, and 53% from the free throw line.
Yeah, and those numbers kind of summarize the night. Just wasn't a hot shooting night. Started pretty hot, but certainly cooled off. And you got to give Dixie State's defense in this 11-game winning streak a lot of credit. I mean, at this point in the season, they'd already played each other to a 3-point game with Dixie State winning earlier in the year. A ton of film out there for all these teams in this conference. But Dixie State is the new member of the conference, so maybe for some of these teams, there's still a little bit more of adjusting to do. Dixie State does not play the exact similar brand a lot of these RMAC teams do. They don't shoot near as many threes, although tonight they did, and they shot the three well. How about the shooting for the Trailblazers? I know we're going to get into that number, but, I mean, everybody was hitting threes, and that's a welcome sight. And Dixie State, though, really hangs their hat on, you know, getting the easy bucket, getting the right bucket at the right time. But when the threes are falling and you're at home, that's an X factor. That's that nice little extra little oomph that can push you over the edge and get you your 11th straight win and, you know, win the season series and put yourself into the driver's seat now for the number 2 seed in the upcoming conference tournament.
Absolutely, Devin. When you look at the effort it takes to take down a team like Regis, we've got 5 players in double digits. Matt Conway leading the way with 25 points. Zach Frampton with 17. Julian Decree with 16. Jack Pagankoff with 11, and Dub Price with 10. So you love seeing that. The starting five, just about every one of them in double digits. Andre Wilson scoring 2, but did a great job defensively. Andre Wilson fouling out of the game, but did a great job defensively. You look at the rebounds, Dixie State pulling down 49 rebounds, 38 defensive, 11 offensive rebounds. For Regis, total of 37 rebounds, 22 defensive, and 15 offensive rebounds. So Dixie State winning the war of the rebounds, 49-37. Percentages, Dixie State shooting 50% on 14 of 25 the second half. That was the difference. For the game, shooting 30 of 59, 50% from the field. 3-point field goals for the game, 11 of 21, 52% from the three-point line, and 18 of 24, 75%. Devin, you don't see that very often.
No.
50% from the field, 52% from the three-point line, and 75% from the free throw line. So great shooting night for Dixie State. That was the difference.
And they shot 7 less threes than Regis, but the 9 of 28 compared to 11 of 21. When you can shoot better threes and hit a higher percentage, the game has changed, Mike, in the last 3 or 4 years. So many teams, even at the high school level, there's local high schools shooting, and making 200 threes in a season. And this conference likes to shoot the three ball, and Dixie State has not gotten away from their identity. They haven't changed their brand of basketball, but when they get the three on top of getting as many points in the paint as they had tonight, 28 points in the paint tonight, a lot of them from Julian Decree and Matt Conway, who combined to score 41 points. When you're 4 and you're 5 are scoring 41 points, not a lot of 4 and 5s in this RMAC conference that I've seen on the home slate of games that are doing that. And then when you can go down low and you can get effective high percentage shots, and then the threes drop on top of that, that might just be the recipe for success. I don't think there's a team in the conference aside from Colorado School of Mines that's playing with as much swagger and as much confidence as John Judkin's Dixie State Trailblazer basketball team is right now. Obviously 19-0 in a row for Colorado School of Mines. That's impressive. And I haven't seen them live, seen a little bit of tape. That's really tough to do. And now the second longest win streak in the conference belongs to Dixie State with 11 in a row.
It was 18-6. Burns Arena was nervous. Did a great job battling back, led to an 89-73 victory. We're going to take a quick 30-second timeout. We'll come back with a post-game show and Coach Judkin's interview.
There is a place where looking out means looking in, where an impression lasting only a few seconds will be imprinted on a life forever, where courage is forged and innocence rediscovered, where remembering is rewarding and forgetting unforgettable. There is a place where truth is felt and where seeing is believing. There is a place.
Welcome back to Burns Arena, where Dixie State took care of business. They needed this game, Dev, and they came through and did exactly what they needed to do to make a big run in postseason with an 89-73 victory over the second-place team in the RMAC, Regis. Dixie State picks up the sweep. They beat Regis 77-74 in Denver, Colorado, the first of the year, and came home and took care of the sweep.
Yeah, no doubt. You look at your Campus Dining Player of the Game award, and it's not easy tonight, Mike. Conway led the way with 25 points, but with 5 guys in double figures, you could make a pretty good argument for a couple other guys. It probably comes down to 2. Conway 25 and 13, the double-double, but Julian, 16 points, 5 rebounds, and 6 blocks. Has to at least be in the game. Well, that's 1 block off the all-time single-game record of 7 blocks. So certainly that block total, because when Julian's playing really good defense, he kind of ignites the crowd, ignites his teammates, and then that leads to him getting more opportunities on the offensive end. And I'm almost leaning Julian. I mean, Matt's Mr. Consistency. He just got the RMAC Player of the Week. But you talked about how Julian kind of set the tone early in this game, kind of helped them battle back. I don't know. I'll give you the final say. I thought Frampton had a really efficient night tonight, 17 points, 5 of 10, including 3 of 6 from downtown. Looks like he's trying to be more aggressive, shooting the ball. And obviously he's getting a few more minutes this second half of the season. Played 32 tonight, which was actually a team high. So that shows you the confidence Coach Judkins got in Frampton right now and the way he's playing. He wants to leave him out there.
Absolutely, Dev. I would completely agree with everything you said there. You look at a stat sheet, and there's so many things that you can look at. But there's a lot of things that don't show up on a stat sheet, and those are the things that Zach Frampton got done tonight. I have no problem awarding him the Campus Dining Player of the Game based on his effort.
Yeah.
A lot of loose balls, a lot of those screens, and doing a very good job of pushing the ball when needing to, but also slowing things down. You could give that accolade to Pagankoff.
Much better second half for Jack than in the first half. Had those 4 turnovers in the first half. I don't think he had a turnover in the second half. I think he ended up with he had one. He had one. He had 5 turnovers. Now, that's too high for Jack, and Juddy will be the first to point that out, and Jack knows that. But he made up for it. He was the guy that came out and bang, bang, hit a couple threes. And really, it seemed like every time Juddy would go to the bench in the second half, he was getting – Dub Price came in and really played well. I thought Dub with 10 points, 4, 6. Dub is the guy that's probably adjusted to the role of coming off the bench as well as anyone. Him and Quincy have really – here's 2 upperclassmen that were starting a lot of games early in the year. They put their ego aside, and they're just doing what's in the betterment of the team. And, it's little things like that, diehard fans see it, and the coaching staff and the players and the teammates see it. And it's not an easy thing to do. It's not easy to go to the bench, put your ego in check, and then come in and give your team everything you got. But that's what Dub's done. That's what Quincy's done, and the team's better off for it. That's a big reason why this team has got this 11 straight win streak going intact going into tomorrow night's game.
It sets up a big one for tomorrow night, a must-win game for Dixie. They've got to come in and defend the home court. But great effort tonight. I thought the energy in the arena was great. Felt like the crowd was into it. It's a type of game. There's some great high school games going on in town, and a lot of people here to watch Dixie State pull off 89-73 for the 11th win in a row. Doesn't look like Coach Judkins is going to be out here anytime soon. He's got a lot to say in the locker room. So we may just cut it, let him continue to work and call it a night.
You heard what he told Kylie, hey, great win, proud of the guys, but can't have a letdown tomorrow. He's already thinking about tomorrow night. Yeah. He's already in there.
Pre-game
talking. Here's your scouting report. Get to work. Let's go. And that's hard because this is new for Dixie State, Ole. These back-to-backs, Friday, Saturday, you don't have that extra day in between to have the walkthrough, go through assignments, and it does put more on the staff to have the scouting reports ready. It has a lot more pressure on the players to prepare and read the scouting report and memorize it and know tendencies and what opponent's strengths are. And that's one thing that Juddy has always been really good about. It's having good assistants, and assistants will put the time and energy in to really do all the little things that help you build a winning culture and winning program like Dixie State and Coach Judkins has. It's fun to see. It's fun to see them really get it going when it matters most. If you want to win an 11 in a row, do you want to win it the first 11 games of the season? No, you want to win it right now where you can go from outside of the top 8 and thinking, oh, my gosh, we're in trouble just to make the conference tournament, to now a tie for second place with the tiebreaker with this win over Regis tonight. And here comes Coach Judkins. Might end up getting a couple comments from him after all. And we can ask him more about that. But kind of fun to see. There's no question. Really one of those wins where you look back and you go, okay, here we go. Peaking at the right time as Mr. 6-time has got his headset on and his microphone sideways, but we don't care.
Sideways, buddy.
Yeah, you got to turn it towards him. There you go. Congratulations on the win, Coach.
I don't have that big one. You can't even hear me. So you don't even have it turned up, so it doesn't matter if my microphone's on or not.
It's
my first time driving tonight. Trust me, that wasn't the worst of
it. You had some you were talking, you weren't even on the air?
Yeah, all sorts of stuff.
Oh, that's good. I wish I could have heard it. No, that was good. I'll tell you what, what I thought had changed the game was, number one, was that last 4 minutes before half. We were down 12. I thought, hey, guys, we're going in at halftime up. We got to get up, or we got to get it down to single digits. And our guys got a 1-point lead, and then I thought that first 5 minutes of the second half, man, we went on a 13-0 run. Kind of opened it up. You know how it is, guys. Teams go on runs, and that was our turn to go on one. I knew they would try to go on one. They started to trap us and press us a little bit, and our guys kind of started standing and waiting for the ball instead of it going and being aggressive. When teams trap, you got to be aggressive with it. Not saying they want you to shoot, they want to get turnovers, they want you to shoot quick shots. I'm not saying we don't do that, but we make them pay for double teams. We make them pay for doing that. And I thought the second half too, they were double teaming our post a lot, and we changed some things up at halftime. We changed some things up at halftime on our ball screens. They were icing our ball screens pretty good and rotating hard, so we decided to fake it and then do a handoff to a ball screen, and I think that hurt them a little bit. And we got some wide open shots because of it. So, but I love the effort. The effort tonight was pretty good.
Absolutely. When you look at that stat sheet and you look at your field goal percentages, you're 12-1 when you shoot a higher field goal percentage than your opponent. Tonight, shooting 50%. Talk about your shot selection and your team's ability to, when a team really wants you to push and they want to force you into quick shots, to slow it down, run your offense, and manufacture a high percentage shot. Shot 50% tonight from the field and 52% from the three-point line.
Yeah,
so.
Well, in the threes we had, I mean, Matt shot one or two that weren't great ones. The two that he made were really good, where he was trailing and Jack penetrated and kicked back. I really liked that, and Matt's a great three-point shooter at that. He shot one, it might have been a little deep, and they were making a run, and that's when they went up. I said, Matt, I don't mind that shot, but you got to know, hey, they're making a run, we got to get it inside. We got to get inside or get to the foul line instead of starting shooting. If you miss that three, you're just adding fuel to the fire, and that's something he's getting better with. But again, I thought we shared the ball. First half, a couple times, we drove and they were collapsing and we weren't making that extra pass. In the second half, we did that. We made that extra pass. Even that last play of the half, you know, you don't want to get mad at Matt, but Matt caught it and the guy flew at him. There's Bubba all by himself on that wing, and one more pass right there could have been another. And we talked about that at half. It's like, hey, you got to look for your shot, but if you see a guy fly at you, man, make that one more pass. But that's why I thought we shot good, Ols. We shared it. We went inside out. I'm big into that with our three-point shooting, is always go inside then back out, not side to side. Side to side are not good threes. In and out. Guys can get their feet set. They go into their shot, and that's what we did. Foul line, when we shot 75, Frampton missed his last three. We did a good job getting the line. I mean, Matt gets there 11 times, being really tough with the ball. I thought Julian came out, you know, rebounding so well at first half, and then he stopped doing it. But he got 3 offensive boards in a row, and it was going after it. And then all of a sudden, I don't know if he got tired or I don't know what happened, but he wasn't as aggressive as he was in that first half. He had a lot of 6 blocks. I like that, but I don't. You know, I am old. It's like blocks are normally fouls or the ball goes out of bounds.
Right. One off the single game all-time high.
Yeah, I mean, but then he started to try to block everything, and then he gets in foul trouble. You know what I mean? There's got to be a time and a place to make a block. If you're in the right position, you go up, a guy drives, and you're there, both hands up. We call it wall up. I love that. But when he starts timing his jump and all that, if the guy fakes it all, it's going to be a foul. But I thought he gave us a good spark. Frampton, I thought, gave us a good spark tonight,
that's
too.
what I was just going to ask you about. I mean, played more minutes than anybody tonight, 17 points. It looks like you've got a lot of confidence. And it looks like he's being more aggressive, trying to score a little bit more than he was earlier in the season.
Yeah, he's getting comfortable. He's starting to know his role. You got to remember, he didn't play very much last year. He got hurt. He had to sit out. But, you know, I just love how hard he plays. Sometimes I think he plays hard and makes dumb mistakes, but he plays so hard you can't see the mistakes. Like one of them was that out-of-bounds play. We went through it in practice. We showed him, and then
he threw it out of bounds.
He didn't know what he was doing. Yeah, so there's some things like that we have to work on, but I just love how hard he plays. He's a competitor. He wants to win so bad, and I thought our rebounding down the stretch was huge. Like I said, guys, rebounds, they're going to shoot crazy shots. Just go board, and our guys did that. So let's have it. But I thought we gave it to Frampton and Matt Conway, a co-player of the game. Matt had a good game too, 25 and 13, a double-double.
Yeah, I'm curious, you know, What do you look to improve upon? I'm seeing the turnovers a little high tonight, but a lot of that's effort stuff.
Well, I thought it was the first half. We finished with 18. We had 11 at half.
True.
So we did a better job of set, but they did things different to us on the ball screens, and our guys were trying to force it, And, I mean, Andre had a couple turnovers. Jack had a couple really forced turnovers that we didn't need to do. And then the second half, we kind of just let it come, and just you're going to have turnovers, Dad. It's going to happen, but you can't force stuff. You just got to take what they give you and
well, I know you pretty well. When you win 89-73, there's always got to be one area you got to at least preach the guys to get better at.
That was one of them, no question. That was it. Turnovers, I thought rebounding. I thought our defense got a little bit. Number 11 just posted and killed our post. I said, guys, we got a 15-point lead, but why are we playing behind in the post? We don't do that, And we got a little bit lazy that way, and I brought that up, because again, win or lose, you got to teach. You got to teach. And once we started sharing the ball, I thought our little motion, our little drive handoffs, and then we had a ball screen come out of nowhere, and they didn't know how to ice it, what they were doing, and we hurt them with that too as well. But fun game, fun atmosphere, very good team, very good team. We knew they were going to come out. When they came out that first 4 minutes, punched us in the face, I thought, oh boy, here we go. But the guys handled it. They relaxed and said, hey, it's a long game. Let's take one possession at a time, and that's how we got back in it.
One thing I want to get your take on real quick before we let you go, guys like Wade Miller, Quincy Matthews, Dub Price, readjusting, putting their ego in check, guys that were starters that are now coming off the bench, but I just wanted to get your take on how important that's been for them to buy in this win streak.
Oh, it's huge. Since we've made that change with Quincy and Dub both going to the bench and bringing in Andre and Julian in, I just love Dub and Quincy with the spark they bring off the bench. I mean, it's just, and they both have, everybody wants to start. That's their goal. But you know what? Those guys are seniors. Dub's a fifth-year senior. He just wants to win. He wants to win and go as far as he can. And that's why we love those kids. They're willing to give up some minutes or whatever it has to be, but they're playing extremely hard. And that's great. Then we got our bench. Jacob and Josh, they don't play a lot, but man, watch them on the bench. They're outstanding, motivating our guys, helping our guys. That goes a long way. And we tell them, hey, there's 13 guys on this team, 13 guys plus our red shirt, but the 13 guys that dress. We need to have everybody supporting everybody and helping everybody, and these guys are doing it, and I think that's why we're winning.
Well, Coach, you won the war of the boards.
Yep.
Shot a higher field goal percentage, played well.
Control your own destiny.
What was the three things you said? Do you always win?
Hold teams under 70.
Oh,
hold teams under 70. But, hey, they scored 86, so great job. I think it's safe to say we both overcame a very slow start, a rough start. But great win tonight. We'll let you go. We know you got plenty of work to do.
Hey,
we appreciate your time. Great win.
Appreciate you guys.
11 straight. 11 straight.
Time.
Yeah, and they control their own destiny, Mike. You win the next two, you are the number 2 seed in the RMAC Conference Tournament, which is huge. That's exactly. And if you would have told Coach Judkins you're going to be the number 2 seed if you win the final 13 games of the season after they lost at home to Chadron State, I don't know if he would have believed it, because he was pretty frustrated that Chadron State loss at home back on January I think it was 11th or 12th.
Yeah. Well, Devin, when you look at your first year in the RMAC, when you join a new conference, you've got a target on your back.
Mm-hmm.
Then you make the announcement that you're going Division I, and the target gets bigger.
Yeah.
And it really felt like Dixie stepped up tonight in a statement game, picking up the 89-73 win. Great night. Thank you for saving me. Stepped in. I think
you would have been fine.
Player of the game tonight, Devin Dixon, stepping off the bench, helping him out. Carrick Segmiller fulfilling his duties as a sports information director. We missed him. We'll have all three of us back tomorrow night as Dixie State continues to increase the streak. We'll be on ESPN tomorrow night, right?
Yeah, we'll
97.7.
CEC TV, now in HD, TDS Cable Channel 108, and obviously on 97.7 ESPN. It'll be fun.
Well, for Mike Olson, Devin Dixon at Burns Arena, Dixie State moves the streak to 11 straight. The guys in the truck, Martin, Kylie on the sidelines, thank you. Have a good night. We'll see you tomorrow night.